back to yet another episode of the show. As always, I am so happy to have you guys back. We've been gone for a couple weeks. I ended up getting shingles. I was horribly disfigured, looking like the Toxic Avenger, and I will just leave it at that. Welcome to Lost Aux Media, everybody.
You're feasting, you're a killer queen. Let me take these off your hands, call me the shopping shrink. Meditate how many times you couldn't get what you need.
Now every single thing you want is at your feet. Make them wonder how you keep them at the edge of their seat.
Ooh, we have such a crazy, fun, and exciting episode. As I told you guys, I had to take a couple weeks off. I ended up getting shingles. I'm telling you right now, it had left me horribly disfigured. I told you it had me looking like the Toxic Avenger. If you don't know who that is, just look the guy up. He looks crazy. I looked crazy. I still look a little bit crazy, but I had to get back to the show. There's just so much to talk about. We have a little bit of Redban from Kill Tony. He does a little root beer taste test review with his wife, which I am very much in love with. His wife is this like sexy little dirty Asian chick. I don't know. I can't get enough of her, but I feel so bad for her in this goddamn root beer taste test review. And when I show you these time codes, you're going to know exactly why. Who else do we have on this week's episode? Whitney Cummings gifting Bill Maher a sex robot. This is a sex robot of herself. This is a sex robot of her own liking. So it's kind of crazy to me that you would give someone a sex robot of yourself, unless you're like a porn star or something like that, which we all know Whitney Cummings is not. Then we have Sam Hyde making his first ever appearance on the Harland Highway Podcast. And if you're familiar with Harland Williams and Sam Hyde, you know that there are two very big trolls. So one could only imagine how an episode like this would have went. Then we have Joel McHale from The Soup and Community. You guys remember The Soup and that sitcom Community with Don Glover? Troy and Abed in the morning. You remember that? Joel McHale is going to be joining Mark Norman and Sam Morrill on the We Might Be Drunk podcast. We have all that and more on this week's episode of Lost Aux Media. Let's get into it.
Okay, first time. You better get up. Smile in the face and have your first time. You play this game, you better get up. Smile in the face and have your
Ooh, not a bad clip. Or not a bad song. See, we're starting this episode on a little bit of a Stony Baloney note, if you haven't picked up by now, you know, because like I said in the intro, this root beer review is going to be a doozy. It's going to be, please allow me to indulge. It's going to be fun. And the reason I say that is because like, I get all of my Redban intake from Kill Tony. Aside from like watching Kill Tony, I legitimately don't keep up with Redban at all. He has a podcast called Virtual Redban. Get this shit. He has a podcast called Virtual Redban. It started as like him doing it on like Meta, like the Meta fucking metaverse or whatever. You know, that shitty ass AI that Mark Zuckerberg thought was gonna like take over the world. Get this. The guy comes up with an AI, right? Like this, oh man, it's a virtual reality. The headset's fucking 20 pounds, right? On top of that, when you actually get into the world, like everybody, it's just like a floating torso and just some arms. No, the hands don't even connect with the body. There's no arms in between. Everyone looks all crazy. The avatars look worse than what they would look like on like Facebook or your cell phone. You know how Facebook now has like these emoji type things you could do with yourself and make avatars and shit? It looks worse than that. Redban used to actually get in there and do the podcast with like fucking 13-year-olds and shit, and he would have like events and stuff. That was kind of crazy on its own. Now he does the virtual Redban. He just like sits at his desk and it's like a Zoom call. This guy puts no effort into jack shit that he does, especially Kill Tony. Every time I used to see the way people treated Redban on Kill Tony, and I would legitimately be like, I would feel bad for him. Because Tony, I mean, how many times have we watched clips of that show? And Tony's like, Redban, you fucking idiot. And Redban makes a joke. He goes, there goes Redban's one sentence that he could say for the whole show. He goes, why don't you shut the fuck up and hit the soundbite buttons, Redban? You know, and he does that every time Redban opens his mouth, to the point to where you will legitimately feel bad for Redban. I watched this, and I was like, oh, no, I don't feel bad for him at all. He's just a fucking weirdo. And I don't want to ruin this clip, but it does tie to how he gets treated on Kill Tony. And when you see it, you'll recognize it. Trust me, you'll recognize it. So let's not hold you too much longer. Let's just jump right into the intro.
What is up, guys? Look at all these different sodas. Most of them are root beer. We are going to have a root beer taste test. A lot of these root beers, I mean, I think all of them I've never had before. Actually, I don't think I've had one of these. But we also have some extra drinks that are not root beer that I've never heard of, and some that I have that I just have never had a chance to try.
Now, this I love right here. This little intro right here says so much about Redban, so much more about Redban than you might think. The first thing is, this is a root beer taste test, right? So of course, the very first thing you're going to want to do is talk about how you have other sodas that are not root beer mixed into the whole taste test. This is like if I was making a YouTube video and I go, today we're gonna do a review on the new Tesla Model Y, and we're gonna be doing that review by driving the newest BMW electric hybrid. You know what I mean? That's like, what the fuck are you even doing right now? It's like, okay, for 3 miles we'll drive the Tesla. For the last 5 miles of the review, we'll drive the BMW EV. You know? That makes sense. I like that.
So first we're going to do, we also have these weird ones. What is this?
What's Japanese?
Japanese cider. Okay. What's this?
That's Czechoslovakian cola.
All right. So we'll put those to the side and we'll try those in a bit. First, let's get on with this root beer. Now we're going to rate these each 1 through 10 each, I guess. And then we'll start placing them on, from worst to best over here. Let's just start off. Let's get all these out of the way. First, we have Boots, which is a sarsaparilla root beer. I don't even know what sarsaparilla is. I've always heard of sarsaparilla.
I think it's a root.
It's a root. It's made with...
You know what? You know what blows my mind too? This is so funny. This whole thing is so low rent. You know what I mean? This is like what... like somebody like Redban, who's legitimately half of like the biggest... one of the biggest comedy shows in the world right now. As much as I hate to say it, Kill Tony really is like one of the big... episode drops of Kill Tony, it's got 1 million views in less than 2 days. That's a big deal. That's a pretty big deal. So, for somebody who's the worst half of that show, you would expect so much more. And when I say that, this is what I mean. This guy is like clearly on vacation with his fucking girlfriend, who, I mean, I'm absolutely in love with. She reminds me of the girl that plays Pikachu. Like the actual Japanese girl that plays Pikachu in the original voiced Pokemon. She reminds me of that. I'm in love with this bitch. But the fact that she's even lets a guy like Redban even close to her, she's damaged goods. So, but they're clearly on like some sort of vacation. This is clearly filmed on just like an iPhone. He's got the iPhone just like propped up. You know what I mean? Just kind of sitting there like this. And he's just talking into it. I don't even know. They might have lavalier mics on. I'm not sure. They're not even in like a well-lit area. Everything about this is fucking lowbrow as shit. On top of that, you throw in the fact that it's a root beer taste test. This is like, Redban should be doing so much more. This guy actually like created the Joe Rogan Experience. Did you know that? He was Joe Rogan's first producer. The song that you hear, that's like, how does it? It's like Train by day, Joe Rogan by night, and the guitar goes. He He fucking made that song. He like put that together through I don't know, Fruity Loops or something like that. So this guy, you should expect more from him to be doing a fucking root beer taste test with his wife or girlfriend or whatever, this mail order bride that he has. You should expect more, but you don't get it. You know, that's what's wild to me about a clip like this.
With pure cane sugar. It's from Belleville.
Did you hear that? I love that shit, dude. He goes pure cane sugar. He goes, this root beer has pure cane sugar in it. Let's go back to that. I gotta listen to that. Listen to these ingredients real carefully. That pure cane sugar, I've never heard of that before.
I don't even know what sarsaparilla is. I've always heard of sarsaparilla.
I think it's a root.
It's a root. It's made with pure cane sugar. It's
pure cane sugar. He really drug out that chain. I love that. Redban.
It's a root. It's made with pure cane sugar. It's from Belleville, Texas, from 1948. So,
They came here on a boat
yep.
from Germany.
Yep. His father lost his life, leaving his 16-year-old to establish the family foothold.
I like how every time she opens her mouth, he goes, yep. Almost as if to say like, hey, bitch, you speak when you're spoken to. Okay? This is my fucking root beer review. Watch. Keep
There's a whole story about it. Anyways, this root beer has been around for a while. 170 calories. Twist off? Nope. Shit. All right.
There you go.
I've had some weird root beers before, and sometimes they just have weird things that they add to them. Like a lot of times it has like almost like a vanilla taste to it. Sometimes it has like very earthy taste to it. I just like a good hard normal root beer. So a lot of these fancy root beers and like old-fashioned root beers I actually don't like.
I don't think I've ever tried a
Fancy one. All right.
Now watch, before he tries this, I just want you to get this one point out so that you can remember to listen for this. He keeps saying this shit about these root beers. He goes, I just like an old-fashioned tasting root beer. Some of these, they got like honey in them. They taste earthy. They're sweet. They're this, they're that. I just like an old-fashioned root beer. And not one time does he describe what an old-fashioned root beer tastes. He just goes, it tastes like A&W. That's like, okay, but what does A&W taste like to you? You know, is it creamy? Does it have like more of a cola taste? Does it have a bite to it? Does it leave a specific aftertaste in your mouth? What are the details behind this? He's missing the whole, this is what I'm saying. You get so little out of this guy that you have to watch. Because like I said, it would be like if you watched Tony Hinchcliffe do a fucking review on fast food burgers and you were just like, why is he doing this? He's the host of Kill Tony. It'd be like if you watch Joe Rogan have a YouTube channel where he reviews different beef jerkies. You'd be like, there's no point. You make too much money to be doing this stupid shit. You know what I mean? So this guy's doing a fucking root beer review. He cannot describe the root beer that he likes. And watch, you'll find out he hates every single fucking one of these. He doesn't like any of them.
All right.
Look at that. Nice wide open mouth sip.
Oh.
And then give it to your wife.
And
both of them stick the thing so far up their fucking noses as if there's cocaine at the bottom of these goddamn beer bottles. Watch how his wife does this. And I thought his was bad. Like when Redban first took that thing, he put the fuck... Dude, when Redban first picked up the root beer bottle, he had it up to his nose. He's like really fucking putting his nose like right in it. Right up to where you drink out of the fucking thing. Now, it's one thing if it's just for you, but you have to give it to your wife to take the next sip. And now your fucking nose hairs are all rubbing on the rim of the thing. I thought his was bad. Wait until you see his wife do it. And she's got like these, like, she's got some wide nostrils. You know what I mean? And the whole thing is practically in her left one. Watch. Wait until I show it to you.
Oh.
Watch this. Boom. Look at that. Let's go back like 1-2 frames. Look at that. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like she's trying to inhale the root beer. And they do that bottle after bottle, Redban. And he watch. Redban always has to have the first sip. Watch. You'll see it a little bit later on. Let's
It almost
listen
tastes
to this.
medicinal.
Yeah. It smells way more medicinal than it tastes, though.
You gonna sip that after you just put
I
that
don't know
in?
if I like that. That's a
Okay.
very weird aftertaste.
Okay.
Smell it.
Smell it again, Redban. Yeah, put it
Yeah,
all.
what does that smell? It smells like almost like a
And then chug it down. Yep. Deep throat it.
ew.
Ew.
No, I do not like that.
It's very familiar, though.
Yeah,
Right?
very familiar medicine kind of taste to it. What
Very
would you rate
familiar.
this? 1 through 10.
4.
4?
I also feel like the flavor can be a lot stronger. It's kind of mild. Like
Yeah,
weirdly medicinal.
it doesn't really taste too much root beer-y. It definitely has that whatever medicine taste more so. Yeah, I don't like this. You said a 4. I'm actually going to take this down to a 3. I do not like this. But right now, it's going to be way over
Actually,
Oh.
3.5.
A 3.5. Now she's changing.
here. Okay.
Okay, 3.5 and a 3, right? This is the final verdict on this. Now, this is funny to me because watch, you hated it, you didn't like it, right, at all. So the first thing you're gonna do is put a cork in the top of it so that you can drink it later, right? That's naturally the first thing anyone's gonna do. Leave the top off, let the flies get to it. You're not gonna drink this thing later. If you hated it that much, the root beer's not up to your liking. And then here's the funniest part. He's going to do this bottle after bottle. Every single one that he doesn't like, he's going to go, oh, okay. Puts a cork in it. He goes, I'll save that one for later. That's how big of a fat fuck Redban is. He can't let any of the sodas go. He goes, well, I paid for them. You know, it's like, you never know when this Kill Tony money's going to dry up. You know what I mean? So that's the first one, right? That's the first review. Mind you, he has maybe 8 of these beer bottles. We can't watch the whole thing. We have other segments, okay? But now we're going to get to this part. This is what I like. See, Redban is about to show us this like behavior that I was talking about. Remember I said how the way that the way Tony Hinchcliffe treats him on the show has to do with this video. Because you're about to see like Redban start to kind of display that same behavior to his girlfriend. Or his wife, whoever. I don't know their connection, you know? It's not my business. You're going to start seeing him display that same behavior. The same way Tony treats Redban like a second-class citizen on the show is how I'm starting to see Redban treat his wife on these fucking YouTube reviews. Like, I very rarely watch Redban stuff. I saw this, like, I was scrolling through Twitter and Redban fucking promoted this video. Hey, everybody, check out my fucking, my root beer review. I watched it, and then I went back to that post, and I commented on it. I was like, why are you treating your wife like that in the video? That's, like, kind of weird. Watch. You're going to see. Watch this. Just remember the words. Okay, you take the first sip.
I don't smell root beer at all in this. All right. What the hell?
Look, doesn't like the root beer.
That's weird.
I like that.
Both of these bitches got corks on them.
Again,
Why?
not a bite. It almost tastes like root beer candy root beer.
Notice how he rips it out of her hands, too.
It also has
He does it every time.
like a fruity taste to it or something.
This one's smooth.
Oh, there you go. There you
Get the fuck out
go.
of me.
Scared the fuck out of me. He thought he was getting shot at. Redban thought he was getting shot at just now. For those of you just listening at home, these corks that he bought, the ones that he's saving these oh so shitty root beers for later with, they're not made for putting in carbonated drinks. He bought wine corks. He bought fucking wine corks to do this, right? Now, there's no such thing as carbonated wine, right? So the corks that are in wine corks, they're made like super airtight. They're not made to be getting like any excess pressure from within the bottle, right? And even a wine cork, like if you fuck with it enough, you get it a little loose enough, you could like kind of get it to push out if you really wanted to. You know, it's those things aren't like 100% secure. But you put it in a fucking root beer that has less than 4 sips taken out of it. All the carbonation in that, you're shaking the picnic table, all this shit. It's going to cause the cork to fucking explode out of the goddamn bottle because of the pressure within it. But these guys don't think about that. Redban just goes to the liquor store. He goes, you just buy a bunch of wine corks, man. It's fit in here just fine. You know, I'll duct tape this whole production together just like I do at Kill Tony. I'm telling you, if Tony Hinchcliffe didn't hire production staff, they'd still be doing this goddamn show in the fucking belly room at the Comedy Store. I mean, so let's watch the cork go up. This guy thinks he's getting shot up by like fucking Al Capone's army because he bought the wrong thing to plug up the bottle. You should just use the caps. Oh no, they're not twist off, they're pop off. So he's ruining the caps every time he pops them off. I don't know. They make something for this, and I know wine corks ain't it.
This one's smooth.
Jesus. Scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it was
This
that
one's
scary.
the smoothest out of all of them. What'd you
Smooth,
say?
but what is that fruit taste that I taste? Does it even have? It's got caramel color. Doesn't really say much.
Oh, it has artificial flavors,
Yeah, this is very artificial tasting.
which I like because that's like the root beer I recognize.
Now,
you know?
this to me, I disagree with her. This to me tastes like a candy, maybe a slight root beer taste to it, but this is more of like a fruity taste to it. I don't.
It tastes like those root beer candies, you know, the hard ones that look like a barrel.
Right, but not. It almost does. It's like a weak version of that. Out of 10, God, I guess I like it better than.
I'll rate it first.
All right,
I'll give it a 8.
8. That's
8. She gives it an 8. Look, he hates it, right? He doesn't like it. She likes it, right? But she's basing it just off of her own personal taste. So he hears this 8. He goes, 8? The fuck? You gonna stray that far away from my goddamn score? He goes, 8, bitch, I'm about to give this like a fucking 2. You're gonna give this an 8. This is him. And watch, you're gonna see he doesn't dig this at all. She says that goddamn 8. His eyes light up. He goes, what the fuck? You gonna 8? What are you, crazy?
I'll give it a 8.
8. That's pretty high. That means you would buy that. That means you would go out to the store and buy that. Wow, I would not drink that. I'm giving this a 5.5.
5.5.
I guess this is in third place.
So now Redban, he's a little bit annoyed. He's like, bitch, you're supposed to be on my side. And you fucking going on. You're going to give this an 8. He goes, if you think we're buying this shit to drink at home, you're sadly mistaken. With my money? With my Kill Tony money? I don't think so. So watch, he's like annoyed about this. Kind of. Now it's gonna spark, like, it's almost like breaking the seal. Like, you ever break the seal when you're like drinking and you pee, and then you have to pee like every fucking 5 minutes, right? She just opened that dam up. Now he's agitated. Now everything that she says he's gonna be like, this fucking bitch, bro. Like, I'm telling you, it's like everything. Watch, and you're gonna start to see this.
All right, what are we doing next? Dang, root beer. Dang.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
This is a root beer. It's gluten-free, caffeine-free.
They're all gluten, caffeine free.
Are they? Are they? Not all of them. Some root beers have caffeine.
Really?
That's Barg's has the bite. I think Barg's is the one that has caffeine in it. This also has natural and artificial colors. This doesn't have any date. Where is this from? Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Let's get on with it.
Let's
buddy.
check this out.
Yeah, let's check it out. Please. Look
This
at
one
this.
looks more
Watch.
modern.
Watch. Sticks his whole fucking nose in it again, right? Sticks his whole nose in it. I love that. It's a common theme. They have to make sure they wipe the inside of their nose with the rim of the bottle so that they can get the effervescence coming from the root beer to stay right within their nasal cavity so that they can get the full, effects of the aroma. Both of them do this. Sticks it right into his nose, right? Hands it over to his wife. Watch what hands it over to his wife. Hands it over to his wife. Watch what happens.
Modern.
That kind of smells.
So now look, she takes a sip again in good fashion, sticking the bottle straight up her nose, almost touching her brain. Now watch this bold ass move that she decides to make with this. Watch this. This the audacity on this bitch.
I don't know. I couldn't get really. It smells kind of like root beer.
This has more of a medicinal smell also.
Okay, you drink first.
Okay, you drink first. What the fuck? Look at him. Look at this fucking child, bro. Look at this fucking child. This is what I'm saying, man. Okay, you drink first. Dude, he's such a baby. Sorry, I had to cough for a second, y'all. That one got me. He goes, okay, you drink first. Like, what was so bad about that? That she took the first sip. This is your wife, bro. Like, this is your wife, bro. Like, you can't sip after her? She can suck you and fucking do all this stuff. You cannot sip after her? What does that say? Is she that dirty of a person? That you don't want to sip the sip after your wife drips the drip? How do you justify that? To me, that's craziness to get upset about that. Okay, you sip her. You know what it is? It's like I said, he wants to treat her the same way Tony treats him. If him and Tony were having a root beer review, Redban wouldn't even be able to get a word in. He would have to just sit there and hit the sound bites on the fucking thing. He'd go like, you know what I mean? Like that. And that's it. While Tony gives the fucking root beer review. Right? So now Redban, he has a chance to go like, hey, bitch, they're here for me, not for you. Remember that. He goes, the name on the YouTube channel is Redban. You know, just like Tony does to him. It's Kill Tony, right? Redban, you're lucky I don't fire you. You know, so now he wants to do it to his wife. Gets upset when she takes the first sip. What the fuck?
I don't know. I couldn't get really. It smells kind of like root beer.
This has more of a medicinal smell also.
Watch his face.
Okay, you drink first.
Okay, you drink first. And rips it out of her goddamn hand like it's... Look at this. She's flabbergasted. She doesn't even know. Her hand is still in the formation of holding the bottle. That's how fast he ripped it out of her fucking hand. He goes, give me this, you fucking bitch. He goes... Hold on. Seriously, this is crazy, bro. Like, to be like that, watch. Let's see that up close. You caught in 4K, my friend. You caught 4K. Look at him. Watch him rip this violently, menacingly out of her hand like this. I fear for this woman's life seeing this. If you grab a root beer bottle out of your partner's hand like that in public, you know, for tens of thousands of people to see on YouTube, I mean, behind closed doors, you would whip her ass. You would fuck her up, I think. Allegedly. I believe that. I believe Redban is a violent husband. I think he's like that. He's like OJ-esque, you know? He'll knock her up a little bit. He'll tune her up, you know? Look at watch
you drink first.
You drink first. Watch him rip it out of her hand. Give me that shit, bitch. Look, she even laughed about it. She goes, Jesus God, I'm fucking married to a toddler. Watch this. Oh, maybe that was her just thinking it was gross. My bad. I like to think she laughed about it, though. You know, she has to realize, like, she's married to... I mean, she's probably just... She honestly, he's probably lucky that he hit it with Kill Tony, because she'd probably leave his ass.
This tastes diet.
Which I hate.
And it has more calories than everyone else.
Really?
Look at this. We're four
This
root
has
beers
180
in.
calories. All the other ones are 160.
170.
We're 4 root beers in. He hates they're all medicinal. It tastes medicinal. It tastes diet. It doesn't have the bite. You know? Now watch this. Now she takes first sip, he gets pissed. He goes, rips the fucking bottle out of her hand, right? The next one, watch, remember I told you she gave that one rating. He didn't like that. Now she's not going to learn from her mistake. She's going to give another crazy rating like that. He's going to check her, watch, in front of everyone.
Okay. Oh, man. This smells like honey.
With the nose, bro.
Oh,
Every time with the fucking nose. Look at that. You could hear his teeth scrape up against the ridges of the fucking bottleneck. That's how far he just yammed this thing down his gullet to take the first sip. And he got pissed off about his wife just taking the first sip. What the fuck kind of Looney Tunes shit is this? Listen carefully. Listen very carefully. As soon as I hit play, you're going to hear it's going to go it's going to grind against his teeth a little bit. Listen. Did you hear it? Watch. Listen one more time. You have to listen very carefully. You're going to hear it. His teeth are going to rub right past one of the ridges on the top of the bottleneck because of how far he's shoving this thing down his fucking throat. And it makes me sick to hear him get bitchy with his wife about this taking the first sip business. She barely touched the thing. She gave it a little she sipped it. He got fucking pissed about it.
Oh, it does.
Listen to it. Ooh. That's rough.
Mm-mm.
That is rough.
I think it's the honey shit I don't like. Mm-mm.
Oh.
Yuck.
It's strong on honey.
It tastes like you're drinking honey water.
There's like a little thing in there.
That's
probably honey.
I like it.
It's probably one of Redban's chipped teeth that fell into the bottle after he chipped his tooth, grinding it against the top of the bottleneck to shove the bottle halfway down his throat to take the first sip.
It's like honey soda.
That's what I just said.
It's good.
I don't think, but that's not root beer.
Mm-hmm.
See?
No, it's not root beer. Very light root, but that's nice. I like it.
Man, none of these root beers are doing it for me.
Honey soda, that's
He's
nice.
starting to get annoyed.
I don't like it at all. I will give this a 3. I would say it's not as bad as the first one. This one, dang, is better. I think it should be 2 in that.
I'll give it a 8.5. I like
8.5. He goes. He's like, I have to get a divorce now. This fucking girl can't rate a root beer properly. This fucking bitch. I'm sorry. I'm saying that a lot. I'm calling her a bitch a lot. I don't think she's a bitch. Redban is saying all of this. You know, you have to understand that if you're listening. It's a satire. Come on.
I think it should be 2 in that.
I'll give it a 8.5.
8.5.
I like it way better than
8.5.
even
This
the
fucking
triple X, whatever.
Well, this is my rating. I might put it right there.
Look, that's that Kill Tony shit. That's that Tony Hinchcliffe-esque shit. He goes, it's my fucking rating anyway, so we're not even going to take into consideration your shit. You're trying to do this. He's mad. He's mad again now. See? And notice, the last time she gave a crazy rating, he raised his eyebrows a little bit, but he kind of was like, oh, okay, you know, it is what it is. The root beer still sucks. Now he's like actually visibly getting upset about this.
That's ridiculous. That is nothing like root beer. You can't. We're judging these on root beers, by the way. We're not judging it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is a root beer taste test.
It's a root beer taste test. It's a root beer taste test, says the man who bought 4 fucking different types of colas to add into the root beer taste test. We saw it in the beginning. It's not like this is a secret, Redban. You getting upset with her for bending the rules. You fucking started the whole thing with the bent rules and shit. Who brings cheer wine to a root beer taste test? I mean, come on, man. We're not in Fort Wayne, Indiana, bro. Leave the cheer wine at fucking home.
Yeah, but I like it.
Yeah, you also like tea with honey in it. It doesn't mean it's a good root beer. All right, I think this is our...
Oh, why? Ooh, fucking A, bro. That's no good. This is no good. You can divorce him. You have the power. You know, guys are desperate out there. They find a gritty fucking Asian lad like you. They'll take you. They'll take you. I'm telling you, you can leave them.
So that one is just a crazy high calorie for some reason.
Watch this.
It's a fun bottle.
Look. Now she's smelling it, right? She's gonna take a smell, right? But she's about to display that she's finally learning from her mistakes. Watch this.
For some reason.
It's a fun bottle. Can I do first sip?
Ooh. I'm so sorry. You have to be watching this if you're I say that a lot, but it's true. This show is like you can listen to it at work, but you really get the full, when you watch it. She goes, "Can I take the first sip?" She's learning. She's listening, right? Cuz she doesn't want to get beat the fuck up when he goes home and takes all of his Kill Tony frustrations out on her. So she goes, "Okay, let me lighten the mood a little bit." She goes, "Hey, can I take the first sip?" I think he would like that if I asked his permission first. I think he would dig that, And he and instead of being cool about it, like you're getting what you want. You want her to ask you for approval before she does something. So you're finally getting it, right? And instead of like going with the flow and trying to be nice about it now that she's caving in, you double down on being an asshole. She asks him if she could take the first sip. He sits there and he stares off into space, waits a minute, pauses, and then just goes and shrugs his shoulders and goes, and doesn't even say yes or no, just literally makes a noise and goes, You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck kind of shit? How do you think that makes her feel? Especially being recorded like that. That you're fucking like just shrugging her off because you're pissed off about how she took the first sip. Like 2 root beers ago. That happened like 2 root beers ago. Let the shit go, bro. You're corking all these goddamn things off as if you're going to drink them later. These all suck. You hate all of them. So what does it matter? You know what I mean? He's getting upset as if like one of these companies is going to sponsor his fucking YouTube channel. Like he goes, whoa, chill, bro. We got to make a good impression. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. I want to see that one more time before we move on, dude. You have to see like the way he shrugs her off like this. She's nice enough to ask you this time if she could take first sip. If I was his wife, I would have sipped every single one first. I would have ripped it out of his hand and sipped every single one first and looked at him and be like, "What the fuck are you gonna do about it? I won't fuck you for 4 months." How does that sound? You want to play that game?
Crazy high calorie for some reason.
It's a fun bottle. Can I do first sip?
Look at this. What an asshole. Puts the root beer in the fucking camera, right? Doesn't say a word. Doesn't go, "This is what the root beer is. I like it." Nothing.
That's the most root beery one.
It's the most root beery one, but it also still has a weird...
A weird what? A weird what?
We should have gotten an AW or something to compare.
I know. I will say it also is kind of borderlines on tasting diet again.
It's everything's diet with this fucking guy. Everything's diet with this guy. It's crazy to me. And here's the funny thing. We're gonna move on because I had a couple more time codes, but they're really not all that much interesting than this. The funny thing is though about all this is he's sitting there going, "Oh, I like the way that the classic root beer tastes, man. None of these taste like the classic root beer, man. It's like," and then his wife says, "We should have got an A&W to compare." A&W and these like Burks and fucking Mug and stuff like that. Those are like the most chemically like generic tasting root beers that you could get. You know why? Because those companies, they hire like legitimate food scientists to sit there and work on concoctions so that they can go, what's going to be the most palatable for everyone so that everyone buys it? What can we put in there that's going to make it taste more addictive so that they keep buying it? What else can we put in there to make it more shelf stable? All of these things, right? All of those things affect the flavor of what you're drinking. So now every single one of these companies that are trying to be like each other and outsell each other, they all have this very cookie cutter, generic, chemical tasting flavor, right? And these guys are sitting there going, "It's not the classic root beer. It's not the classic." Think of it like this. A&W is Budweiser and Bud Light And every single root beer that they just tried was from a different microbrewery, all taking different approaches on how they craft the classic root beer drink, right? It's not going to be boiled down to this generic, watered down, nasty flavor like a Bud Light, you know? I get it. It's Shane Gillis's favorite fucking beer. It still sucks. Anyone who actually takes pride in drinking beer knows that a beer like Bud Light is ass and that you only want to drink them so that you can drink like 35 of them. And if you hit that point, you're an alcoholic, man. Like, so let's fucking call a spade a spade. Redban's a fat fuck. He likes A&W, and we have to give it up for him for that reason. Thank you. That was a good rant, right? That was like a Tim Dillon fucking level rant. What else? What else do we have? What else do we have coming up on this fine episode of Lost Aux Media? Before we get into the next segment, I want to remind everyone, you can call into the show and leave voicemails if you want them heard on the show. If they're interesting enough, we will listen to them. We'll take, you need advice, you want to call in, get some anonymous advice tossed your way. You want to say something funny, you think that's going to benefit the show. You want to give me a hot tip on a story, something to talk, anything. You got something you want to get off your mind, you can call and tell me how much you hate the show. If it's funny, I'll fucking play it on the air. You know what I mean? So once again, that number is going to be 316-396-0025. And then you can go to lostaux.media to stay up to date with all things having to do with the show and buy merch if you want to support the show. So who else do we have? Let's check out this Whitney Cummings gifting Bill Maher a sex robot on Club Random. This is kind of a little bit of a wild one, if I do say so myself, for a number of different reasons. One, you get two characters like Bill Maher and Whitney Cummings in a room together. These are two very narcissistic, very opinion-driven, quote-unquote comedians that they almost seem like they wouldn't work together, right? Like, because Whitney's a very, like, stare into the camera type person. Like, she'll be on somebody else's podcast and stare into the camera the entire conversation. She's like Mr. Beast. He does that shit. And then Bill, he's not necessarily a stare into the camera type, but he's very narcissistic. Values his own opinion pretty much over anyone else. His whole thing is like, my word is law. I'm Bill Maher. I got real time with Bill Maher. And he does that whole thing where he's like, oh, really? I fucking hate a motherfucker like that. Oh, really? Like somebody says a good point, and then to try to make you look stupid, they go, oh, really? Instead of actually just like combating your point, they go, oh, really? It's like Bill Maher personified. So when I saw these two, she was going to be on his podcast, I was very, very interested in this because I wanted to see the oil and the water mixed together. You know how they tell you not to put water in hot oil? That shit just throw an ice cube into a fryer and see what happens. I thought that this was going to be like that. It wasn't. It turned out to be a very lovely podcast where Whitney ended up gifting Bill probably the best gift that you could possibly give someone, a sex robot of yourself, anatomically correct, and it's just as annoying looking as she is. Check this out.
Rich. What is this?
Whoa.
Whoa!
Who's that?
Whoa!
What's it?
Tolerate silence.
Really?
Thank you.
How terrible.
Oh my goodness. Do I just come right in?
Come right in.
Hi, how are you,
Hello.
sir? Good to see you. What are we doing?
I love how Bill, so if you're just listening, Bill walks into his basement where Club Random is recorded in a creepy, dingy basement. And he sees what looks to be like a person hiding under a sheet sitting on one of the couches in the basement. So he walks in and goes, whoa! He does a Mark Norman. He goes, whoa, what's that? It's just funny to me, though. I wanted to stop here and bring this up. It's funny to me because you see that, right? And you also see that your guest isn't sitting there. But the only thing on Bill's mind is he has to get to like the weed and the tequila that he has sitting on the coffee table next to the podcast chairs. That's all he cares about. He goes, whoa, let me get to this first. Then I'll figure out all the other stuff. Oh, really? Like, But watch this. He hits it. He sees it. This body-like figure sitting on this couch under a blanket. Zip beelines it right past. Goes, no, let me get to the drugs.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Who's that?
What's that? And then he goes, zip. Wait, where are the drugs?
What's it?
Tolerate silence.
I'm going to need drugs to handle this.
Really?
Thank you.
How terrible.
Oh my goodness. Do I just come right in?
Come right in.
Hi, how are you,
Hello.
sir? Good to see you.
Whitney Cummings, built like a fucking scarecrow. Holy shit, dude. She seriously looks like Pumpkinhead. You know Pumpkinhead from the horror movies Pumpkinhead?
What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. Oh, thank you.
He kisses. Oh
I'm,
my God. Jesus Christ, bro. Bro, he kisses her hand, Bill Maher. He kisses her hand as if he's courting this bitch. Whitney Cummings in the flesh, bro. She looks like a lollipop because she has like giant fake tits. The rest of her is like built like a stick. I don't mean to like harp on her looks. To be honest, I always thought Whitney Cummings was very pretty. It's how annoying she is that makes her unattractive.
Come right in.
Come right in.
Hi, how are you,
Hello.
sir? Good to see you. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. Oh, thank you.
Oh
thank you.
my Lord.
Welcoming you. That's fucking creepy, that thing. When I walked in, I mean, there's something about a
Look at it. Listen to the irony in that sentence. That's fucking creepy, that thing. It's sitting over there on the couch, man. It's all fucking creepy. Meanwhile, he's doing like fucking Pepe Le Pew. As she comes in, instead of just saying hi to her, have a seat, like a normal fucking guy, he has to grab her fucking arm and like kiss all the way up it until he reaches her goddamn shoulder. And then he go, okay, you can have a seat now. And then the first fucking thing that comes out of his mouth, he goes, that thing over there is creepy. What?
Hi, how are you, sir? Good to see
Watch
you.
this.
What are we doing? I
What
don't
are
know
we-
what we're doing. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And then he doesn't let go. That's the craziest part is he kisses her hand and he like doesn't let go. She's like fucking trying to go sit down and he's still holding onto her hand. Watch this.
Good to see you. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'm
Let
welcoming
go.
you. That's fucking creepy, that thing. When I walked
That's
in,
creepy.
I mean, there's something about a
You just sexually assaulted this woman. As soon as she walked into the basement, you sexually assault this beautiful comedian woman. It's already hard enough. Like, you know how many Harvey Weinstein types that she's probably had to deal with in her life, and then you have her in this creepy basement. You film the whole podcast. He films the whole podcast on security cameras. This is like if you had really high-tech fucking Ring cameras in your basement and you filmed the podcast like that. I would walk into this thing and feel like I was about to get kidnapped. Like I was never coming back out of the basement. On top of that, this 112-year-old man, who I've only seen on TV a couple times, is kissing all on my arm and shit. I would fear for my life.
human figure with any shroud over there, full head or shit.
So last time I was on your show,
Yeah.
you did say you were...
Yo, she walks by the frame like fucking Olive, dude, from fucking Popeye. Yo, Whitney Cummings. Yo, she's seriously built like a fucking, like a circus person. Like, she looks like she's wearing stilts.
Out over there, full head or shit.
So last time I was on your show,
Yeah.
you did say you were scared of robots. You asked how my robot was doing.
Well, sweetheart, you did a special that was all about robots.
I did.
I have become fairly obsessed, yes. I think I want to call the clarion tones to the population that you are just whistling past the graveyard on this one. So knowing that you've done this special and this is a subject of yours, I wanted to have you on real time anyway. I was like, yeah, perfect person to talk about it. And of course, you had a lot of funny things to say about it, but I'm glad you're here because obviously here we had 10 minutes there. I mean, we could go on all day about it and we don't have to just, vomit humor like the two of us are inclined to do.
Trying to get my dad's approval in 10 minutes. Well, I just figured it might help for you to see that we don't have that much to worry about in terms of the...
Jesus fucking Christ. Look at this. So Bill's like, yeah, I wanted to have you on Real Time with Bill Maher because you did a special that had to do with your sex robot that they made in your liking. And, you know, I thought it was pretty interesting. I could only get you on the show for 10 minutes there. So I figured, you know, let's have you on here. Here we can talk for like 2-3 hours and like really kind of hash it out. We don't have to like bullshit, you know? She rips this goddamn thing off to show Bill his gift, right? This is not a gift. This is you throwing away trash. And she's going to admit that to him. Wait until you hear her say that. This is you throwing away trash. This thing is malfunctioning. Look at the eyes on it. One of them is staring east and one of them is staring west. They're all fucked up. The mouth is ruined. It has no hair, right? The fucking body's all bent out of shape. Look at the fingers on it. They look fucked up. They look as if they're broken and misfigured and shit like that. Nah, these are anatomically correct. Whitney's hands actually look like that. She's got like raven claws for hands, right? So this thing is starting to get worn the fuck out, and now she wants to get rid of it. She goes, well, Bill's a fucking freak. He'll fuck the shit out of it. Let me go and bring it to his studio when I do his podcast. This is wild.
The robot's taking over.
I disagree. Wow, is that the one of you?
That's me. That's the one from the
That's an
special.
awesome. That, you know, like if you were me, this would go in this room because this room is like for shit like that. Where you see that thing over there? That's a full dolphin costume that I wore once on. Did I wear it? I don't.
Okay, Bill, shut the fuck up. All right. We need to get past this. The time code's very long, so let's go. There might be something good here. I don't know.
Elian Gonzalez?
Yes.
Okay, so...
yes.
Oh, Rob Schneider played Elian Gonzalez, and I was the dolphin he swam to Florida.
No,
No, and
Elian Gonzalez, the most traumatized child star. The Shirley Temple of our day.
Of Cuba. And,
he was in the closet. Is he gay now? Remember?
He was?
Remember, they found him in the closet, and that's when they took him?
Oh, yeah.
Right over Bill's head. Right over Bill's head. Shitty joke. I mean, in my opinion, Whitney is she's like a full-blown fucking WNBA player. Like, that's what, in my opinion, she would have rocked it in the fucking WNBA. Brittany Griner, because she's like at least 7 feet tall. She has to weigh maybe 150 soaking fucking wet. She'd be gliding down that goddamn court like that. And she's got the leg clearance, so you know she'd be fucking hitting the like in between the legs and the behind the backs and shit like that. Spot on. I think that she really chose the wrong path here, especially hearing all these fucking shitty Elian Gonzalez jokes. You know? Elian Gonzalez. That was like 30 years ago.
Yeah, they took them. But we keep our costumes, and we should. We keep our props.
I just figured,
they're fantastic, and I'm glad he's wearing a Club Random.
What better person to adopt a sex robot than Bill Maher's Club Random studio? I have been trying to figure out what to do with her. I was told I needed to child-proof my home. I didn't cover the corners or anything. I just took away the things that are mentally traumatizing.
You're leaving it here?
This is a gift to you, Bill,
wow,
that I am bequeathing her to you.
No, she literally just said, I have to childproof my home. The fucking thing is starting to freak out my kid. Did you know that? Bro, she had a baby with a stalker. Did you know that? Whitney Cummings. It's fucking insane. She had a stalker, right? And she was so desperate to have a kid that she ends up having a baby with the stalker and then goes, all right, now I'll take care of the kid. You just, sign it over to me. She probably paid the guy off, I would imagine, right? Because what guy who's like a nobody, you finally get to fuck the girl you're stalking, right? And then you're just going to go, okay, yeah, I'll pump a kid into you and then I'll just get out of the picture. You gotta grease that palm. Because they're going to want to be involved in that. They've been stalking you for how long? Do you think they're not going to want to be involved in that? And they kind of almost legally could tie you up, you know what I mean? You get a kid, that's a bond for life, man. You child support, different things like that. So she had to have paid this fucking stalker off. She had to have. Allegedly. I mean, this is all coming from Mark Norman's mouth. I have the clip. We will be playing it later. Mark just fucking spouts this information off in the middle of the podcast that he does with Joel McHale that we're going to cover a little later on. Just outs her. Just says, yeah, Whitney Cummings had a baby with a stalker. Oh, she's open about it. She didn't mention anything here to Bill. I didn't hear her say a damn thing about the baby's dad being a stalker just now. All I'm hearing is her talk about how the robot is freaking out her fucking bastard child and she has to get rid of it. And that she feels like you would be a good candidate because you seem like the only celebrity friend she has that's desperate enough to actually fuck this thing.
This is a gift to you, Bill,
wow,
that
thank
I am
you.
Bequeathing her
Wow.
to you.
Oh, my. That's an amazing gift. I mean, I've gotten some amazing gifts, but I'm lucky. That is right up there with them. Seth MacFarlane gave me a drawing, his original Quagmire that he did in high school.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I got some, I mean...
How much you get for it on eBay? Just tell us.
I thought that too, but that is right up there with the greatest gifts I've ever had from celebrities too. That's amazing.
Also, it's getting a little bit alarming because I have a son. He's a year and a half now, and he's seen her. Of course, great distress resulted, but I had to explain, like, this is a robot. This isn't mommy. Look at her eyes. There's nothing going on. And sometimes he'll look at me and go, robot. And I'm like, no, that's mommy.
But it is, I mean, it is...
Not mentioning anything about the bastard child. Where's the talk about the stalker? I think Whitney should sue Mark Norman.
I mean, you put a wig on that thing, you could really fuck that thing.
Nope.
You could do that.
There you go.
You could also do that, Bill. You could also do that.
I've never thought of it, but I've never been in the room with one.
Why not? Why not? I mean, men in Japan are marrying pillows. They've been doing it for years.
And they're marrying their phones.
Why not?
But, you know...
Why not?
Do you want to switch seats?
My memory, when
couldn't
you
you
say
fuck
sex dolls, like my memory of is like, you know, the...
Yes, the inflatable rafts.
Like a pillow with the whole...
So look, Bill goes, I don't know if I could fuck it, man. He goes, I don't know, man. He goes, back in my day, the sex dolls, you just blow into them a little bit and they just... You know, they just float around the house a little bit. You feel them. Back in my day, I would buy like 13 inflatable sex dolls and I would fill them up with helium. That way, I could just walk around the house and they're just kind of floating around. You know, just kind of floating around, just doing their thing, you know? And then I'd just have like a harem of floating sex dolls. And whenever I just pick them as I pull one out of the sky. I fucking fuck the shit out of it. And I let her float around, you know, like an inflatable Boston cream pie, man. This guy's fucking crazy, dude. It's that big. So now they're more realistic. It's kind of, he's like, I don't know if do you have to plug it in?
You know, the original 1.0 sex doll.
Like made by Firestone.
Just like a Macy's Day float, like with a hole you can stick your dick in.
If that turns you on, you are a necrophiliac. It is just like a rigor mortis corpse. But look, it's interesting because people are like, what is a sex robot? I'm like, well, to me, it's a mannequin. Well, but to a man, it's a sex doll.
I appreciate that so much. And that will go a place of pride here. I might put it on that bench there. I think that'd be very sexy.
I was trying to figure out a way to...
I think that'd be very sexy. He's stumbling over his words. He's like, I'm going to fucking flip and dip this thing so many goddamn times. He goes, the second that this bitch leaves, I'm gonna tell the producers to take the rest of the day off. You know, they can leave early. And I'm going to go to time. It's going to be real time with Bill Maher with this doll when these motherfuckers leave this goddamn basement.
Rigor to the stripper pole, but she's very heavy. I know. We should figure it out. We got to get Adam Carolla over here to like bring out his tool time.
Stripper pole, please. I'm a volunteer fireman. That's because, and I go up. That's interesting about my fire pole. You have to climb up. It's a little different. But I get up there and then I go fight fires.
But here, do you want to see like the extent to which she is built, custom? She can.
What the fuck? She rips the fucking head off.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Bill's sitting here. He's about to like lose his mind. He goes, "Whoa! You fucking ripped the head off that thing." Oh. You didn't. Oh.
She can talk. She can.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
If I wanted to talk, I'd get a real woman.
This is why I think that this might just be the next star.
Why are you taking your head off?
Well, now I thought you might want to see sort of the back of it.
I saw it on the special. I mean, you know, it's exactly what I would think, a bunch of fucking wires. What am I going to be like, oh, yeah.
I don't know. Well, it's just something kind of odd happens when
Well, let's not take the sexiness away from it. Now you're taking, now I'm not going to be able to fuck it at all because you're taking all the romance out of it. I don't want to see the back of her head.
Okay, got you.
See, Bill's like, I had major plans for this fucking doll. You're showing me how the sausage is made. I was just fucking the whole thing up for me, man. Bill's like, I was gonna pull out the fucking power tools and the whole night. Dude, I'm telling you, I went to this fucking thing. It's called like a kink party. And dude, you see some Bill Maher types at those fucking things. I legitimately thought, I went a lot of years in my life thinking that these parties like this didn't exist. I go, oh, it's just like that shit happens in like major cities. You know what I mean? In like LA, something like. No, bro, these things are happening like in your fucking backyard, bro. People are like legitimately having these get-togethers, like, and someone will be fucking in a room while like 19 people watch. Like I went to one of these things as a journalist. I went and I. Dude, I'm sitting at this fucking party, right? For the most part, it is like a normal party. It's like people are wearing a little sexier outfits than normal, but for the most part, it is like a normal party. For the most part. I'm sitting, dude, I went to one of these things one time. I'm sitting on the front lawn. I'm smoking a bone, a J, if you will, with a group of people. We're sitting on lawn chairs. It's just a small circle of us, like that 70s show, smoking on lawn chairs. Bro, at one point, like 10 feet behind me, I don't even realize until I hear the full extent of the commotion. There's a girl getting jackhammered behind me with a Sawzall dildo, bro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
A Sawzall dildo. This is what I'm talking about. Let me explain. Picture a fucking big DeWalt Sawzall. This thing was DeWalt, bro. DeWalt. That's a big name brand. That's commercial construction. DeWalt, right? So this guy had a DeWalt Sawzall. Instead of it having a blade at the end of it, it had like a 13-inch fucking piece on the thing. That's how the History Hyenas say it. They go, a 13-inch piece on that thing. You know, it is what it is. You know? This girl's getting, I'm telling you, the guy had it on full throttle. The thing had to have been going at least 440 reps per minute. This thing was like, girl's losing her mind. I'm sitting there trying to enjoy smoking with these people I'm hanging with, and I'm like legitimate. Like I thought I was gonna get like ricocheted with some sort of like, you know, bodily fluid or something like that. Because with something going that fast, like there's probably shit like spurting and sparks flying and stuff like that. So I had to end up getting up. I was like, you guys want to smoke the rest of this thing? You come with me. The reason I bring that up is because Bill, you meet some creeps like that over there. You meet a lot of nice people. Some of them can be a little, you know, weird. I don't necessarily judge though. You know, that was happening behind me. I'm cool with it. Yay, let sleeping dogs lie. You know, I'm not the one getting jackhammered with it. So what does it matter to me? Very crazy to see though. Bill had major plans for this doll. And Whitney starts ripping off the fucking head and the face, and she goes, look at how the mouth looks, and it's like Terminator underneath. It's like how Arnold Schwarzenegger looked like underneath his skin in the movie. And now Bill's like, how am I supposed to fuck this thing? You're ruining it for me.
You don't want to see her
her
brain, that's how smart she is? Okay.
Back on.
Well, putting it back on is kind of a whole thing. So when you do have sex with her, be gentle.
Then just put it in her crotch for now.
Because you don't want to have sex with her and then her head goes flying off. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, hold on. Her teeth are even molded to mine as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There we go. Did you touch her?
No.
Touch her.
No.
Just
touch
give her a little. Give her a little squeeze.
All right.
Give her a little.
Bill, give her a little something.
I'm going to sell you on robots on this special.
Give her a little something, Bill. That's what I'm talking about right there, Bill. Yeah. Rub up on there real nice, Bill. Hold up. Bill, you're really getting me there, Bill. A little bit higher. No, this is, in all seriousness though, this was crazy to me. If Whitney Cummings, I'm a not famous and Whitney's a famous, right? If she was a guest on the podcast tomorrow and came in with a gift like this, I'd be like, you're not leaving that here. Like, I don't care how much you think it, like, I think that this is cool because you're more famous than me, you're not leaving that here. You know? And let alone Bill being a famous, right? What? You don't need that. I would be like, get this thing the fuck out of here. I'd play the game, you know what I mean? I'd be like, but in all seriousness, like, as soon as they sit down and start having a serious conversation, I'd be like, no, but really, at the end, like, you're going to take that with you. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. It took how many people to haul it down here? And they already left for the day? Yeah, you're going to have to call them back. Sorry.
You know what?
You know what?
By the way, that's Bill's next stand-up special.
It's
you know
so-
what?
See, that's right there. Bill, he goes, oh, wait, no, actually, I think I will keep this thing. I think, let's give it up for Bill's perverted tendencies, bro. See, Bill's a freak, dude. Bill's a freak. And this next clip is going to be kind of funny because I think that Bill is such a freak that even the freakiest freaks in Hollywood won't fuck with him. Sorry, my gym shorts are starting to ride up my leg, dude. I need Bill Maher to pull them out from my ass. But yeah, I think the freakiest freaks in Hollywood don't even want to fuck with Bill. And it's pretty apparent. He's about to tell this story about how P. Diddy, right? The one who just somehow magically got fucking acquitted on like the craziest charges in Hollywood. Like, how does that happen? It's a little off subject before we get into this next time code, but in all seriousness, like, you see the whole Diddy thing take place. It's like, what makes you think that, like, we can trust anything that has to do with, like, any fucking 3-letter organization or any type of, like, higher government agency when it comes to upholding, like, any kind of justice? When something even as laid out and as, like, damn, there's no way we don't got this guy. When something like that happens and then he gets acquitted on the heaviest charges, like, P. Diddy got acquitted, I think it was like 5 major charges, and I think 3 of them were like trafficking, like something with prostitution and kidnapping or something. And then the other ones were like aiding in prostitution and like aiding to buy or some weird shit, like 2 way lesser charges. The 3 heavy ones, somehow the judge didn't see it. Well, I don't know, but I don't keep up with these things, so I don't know if it was like a trial. Did the jury like go on his side? I don't know, but it just seems so crazy to me seeing like a legitimate video of him beating the shit out of that girl in that hotel. Like, that was wild, bro, to watch that. It made me watch the movie Get Him to the Greek over again and in a whole new light. I was like, oh, Diddy's like not even acting in this movie. Watch Get Him to the Greek again. Watch that. And you'll see. This guy was like method. He didn't even have to, he was like just a typecast person. They were like, we know that Diddy's like that. Let's cast him as the character for this because that's what we need. So it blows my mind that a guy like that gets acquitted on that. And then Epstein, you want to get into the Epstein shit. We're not gonna. Okay. But look, Diddy's a freak, bro. We all know Diddy's a freak, bro. And even a freak like Bill Maher can't freak with Diddy. Because he's too much freak for Diddy's freak. He out-freaks Diddy's freak. And you're about to listen to this story about him getting iced by Diddy at a Hollywood party. Check this out.
It's so funny to me when people are blindsided that someone did something illegal. It's like, I was always like, how come he keeps changing his name?
There you go again. Yeah, right.
So wait, now his name is P. Diddy. Like, that's what you would do if you're a criminal when someone comes. Like, P. Diddy doesn't live here. It's Sean John.
I won't say I know him well, but I did run into him a few times, you know, over the years at events or parties. He was always...
What color party?
Black.
Not the white, no, not the big one. Like at the Oscar party, you know, shit like that. It was always ways.
It was a black
You thought
party.
there'd be a young guy named Oscar?
Well, I mean, he was a little Trumpian, and like he was like super charm you, like you know, or you could see right through it, but it was still nice to have it happen, you know, like. And pretend he would seem like he was your best friend for 2 minutes, and he would say, you know, you got it.
Look, so now Bill, he goes, yeah, man, I saw Diddy at a party, and he was like Donald Trump. He was charming pants off you, man. He's treating you all nice. He's your best friend for like 35 minutes, 45 minutes he sees you. He makes you feel like you're on top of the world. Now, listen to this next line. This next one is going to show you, dude. he was trying to be nice to Bill because he didn't want Bill anywhere near him. You know when you run into somebody and you're like, oh man, I'm like an acquaintance with that guy. You don't, or maybe they know somebody that you know, right? And you're like, I don't want to be like an asshole to them. I just kind of, let's just, smooth the talk. I'll kind of small talk him a little bit, and then I'll move on with my life. This is what Diddy's doing to Bill Maher. Bill Maher gets an interaction like that from a guy like Diddy. Bill thinks that he's actually a big deal enough to like where Diddy would want to be around someone like him, right? Is that some shit? You think a guy like Diddy wants to hang out with a cracker like you? You're fucking crazy, bro. Diddy's over there. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. And then you come in here. Oh, really? And you think that, dude, the record's going to stop. It's going to be like, they're going to be like, get this fucking guy out of here. So now Bill's telling this story. He goes, I ran into Diddy. He was schmoozing me. He was charming me. We were best friends, man.
Or you could see right through it, but it was still nice to have it happen, and pretend he would seem like he was your best friend for 2 minutes, and he would say, you got it. Here's my number.
He'd oil you up.
And then you'd call him.
Nothing.
Hey, yo. Look at that. Bill over here trying to laugh the pain away. Bill trying to laugh the pain away, dude. That's sad. So he runs into P. Diddy. P. Diddy's fucking oiling him up with the baby oil. He's buttering him up, right? He goes, yeah, Bill, I'll give you my number, man. You can hit me up later. Bill's like, what is it? He goes, it's 555-5555. Bill's like, oh, that's great. I got you saved in my number right now. Bill's so fucking old. He goes, why does that number sound so familiar to me? He goes, it's probably nothing. See, I'll call you later, Diddy. Calls him, and knowing Bill, a guy like Bill, he doesn't do the cool like thing. You get a number like that, you wait it out a little bit. This isn't like when you're on a dating app and a girl gives you her number while you're messaging through the app, right? Then you hit them up right away because that's where the conversation's going. No, it's like you meet someone in public, right? You get the number, you don't call them the same day, you don't text them the same day. You wait it out, man. You play it cool. You fucking, you sit on it and like an egg and you wait for the right moment to hatch, I get a number from a girl. I don't message her for 6 months at least. By that time, they're trying to pretend like they don't, who is this? And I go, you know exactly who the fuck this is. Don't act like you don't, So you make them wait a little bit. A guy like Bill, he probably tried to calling Diddy the same day. So he gets a fake number from Diddy, and he's sitting here over here trying to tell this story to Whitney, and he's laughing it off as if bro, we're all looking at you like you're a clown off of this. You couldn't get Diddy's number? Everybody's got Diddy's number, bro. You couldn't get Diddy's number.
Your best friend for 2 minutes, and he would say, you got it. Here's my number.
He'd oil you up.
And then you'd call him.
Nothing.
Of course he would never. It's like, why go to the trouble if you know you're not going to? And
because he knows that you're a fucking freak, man. He's just trying to be nice, bro. He goes, why go through all the trouble? You should go through all the trouble, and then you give me the wrong number. It's like, why even talk to me at all? Because you came up to him and you were bothering him. It's like, what? And Bill is probably not even telling the whole story. Bill probably asked him for his number. I guarantee you, Bill's like, yeah, man, we can get together sometime. I'll show you all the real hot spots around L.A. The ones we used to hang out in back in the 70s. Just give me your number, man. We'll get together. Then Diddy hits him with that 555-5555, And this is, he's probably leaving shit out, allegedly. So let's go to this next time code. I like this. This one's focused towards Whitney. Lately, I've been seeing Brendan Schaub did this. Now Whitney's doing this. A lot of these comedians are starting to like make fun of Joe Rogan, but they're doing it in like a very passive aggressive type way. Like they'll start talking to shit about comedians that do cold plunges a lot, right? Or they'll be like, yeah, you don't have to sauna every day. It's like, who wants to bake themselves in a fucking oven every day? Like, I have a life, I watched an episode of Fighter and the Kid recently. Brendan Schaub talking shit about Rogan doing the ice plunge. About how get this, guys. Apparently, there is no scientific evidence proving that the ice plunge does anything beneficial for your health at all. Ain't that some shit, right? That's strike 2 for Joe Rogan. I've covered it on this show. You remember that alpha brain bullshit Joe used to push all the time? Turned out it was all placebo bullshit. It was actually so bad that in clinical trials, placebos outperformed it more times than not. That's how bad that alpha brain shit was. Joe slaps his name on something like that, sells a fuck ton of it right before clinical trials, and guess what he did right when the clinical trials were starting? Sold off all of his portions of alpha brain, meaning that anything to happen after those clinical trials start, he would be not liable for. His name would not be attached to it at all. This is the thing, though. It's not like people don't see that you were affiliated with it. That just makes you look like a huge scumbag. But people in Joe Rogan's position will do stuff like this because their audiences are so big that not every single person in their audience could possibly know about something like this. You know? Even if a huge chunk of Joe's audience turned their back on him because of something like this, he would have so much audience left that he would be able to support himself. And a show that's going to keep going like that will always pick up new listeners. So eventually, it'll average itself out as long as he doesn't keep doing more stupid shit like this. So you got strike 1 with Alpha Brain. Now this guy is sitting there fucking talking cold plunge out the ass on every podcast he does. He's getting every single one of his friends to fucking buy cold plunges. You know, We Might Be Drunk is sponsored by a fucking cold plunge company, like an ice bath company. You know what I mean? That's how much, like, Joe says something and all of a sudden it like changes the course of history. We have to change our way of thinking when it comes to this type of shit. You cannot just take Joe's word for it because he's a popular show and everyone likes to listen to him. He's a fucking moron just like everybody else. He's just narcissistic. He thinks that his word is law. Kind of like Bill. And that's why a lot of people listen to him. What? Because he has fucking Brett Weinstein on the show. Brett Weinstein's a fucking fag, bro. I'm just going to go and say it. If you listen to anything like Brett Weinstein, Andrew Huberman, you're a fag, bro. Like that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you take anything that those two say seriously, if you listen to Lex Fridman, you're a fag, bro. I'm sorry. Like, that's the only way to describe you. There's legitimately no other adjective out there that could possibly describe somebody that takes either of those 3 podcasts seriously. And no, that doesn't make you gay. It just makes you a fag. So it's like all this Joe Rogan, people sucking on his dick. I'm finally happy that these comedians are starting to break that shit. You know? Let's listen to what Whitney's got to say about it.
I need to give him a code. Like,
I feel like I drew a better card being in the generation I'm in than the one you're in, even though I'll be dead before you.
I don't know about that. I think that I have some bad news for you. I think we're pretty much going to live to like 120 now.
Oh.
Do you see all these like high performers? Oh. I love that you're just smoking weed on your podcast. I mean, the Jing's a little off brand, but you know, all these guys are like, oh, let's live forever. We're going to cold plunge and so I'm like, why would you want to live forever?
I do.
But also,
we're going to cold plunge in sauna. We're going to cold plunge in sauna. And hers wasn't even that bad. Brendan Schwab, I think, actually like mentioned Joe's name. I should have kept that time code. Go back like, I don't know, 2-3 episodes max. Go back like two or 3 episodes of Fighter and the Kid. I'm telling you, Brendan's sick of Joe Rogan. Brendan moved to Austin to be closer to Joe Rogan, only to immediately start making fun of Joe Rogan. It's like, Brendan's fucking retarded, bro. Brendan Schwab's a fucking idiot. I love how she's everybody wants to live forever, do the sauna and the cold plunge. She's right. Everybody's sucking on Joe Rogan's dick. It's like, let it go.
And so I'm like, why would you want, you know, all these guys are like, oh, let's live forever. We're going to cold plunge. And so I'm like, why would you want to live forever?
I do.
But also, what's the point?
Listen to how pathetic. Dude, Bill sounds so pathetic when he says, he goes, I do. It's like he like looks up and he goes, I do. I want to live forever. Oh. Bill, calm down. If you want to live forever, then freeze yourself. Like Walt Disney did. You guys ever hear that fucking that old myth? The Walt Disney like froze himself so he could come back alive in the future or something like that? It's like, dude, people if that's true, People before like 1980 were just like retarded to think that. Like even before the advances of like medical science, it's like, when have you ever froze something and it's ever came back to life ever in the history of ever? Like nobody before these times ever like accidentally had like a fly into like the ice tray before they put it in the freezer. And then they go, oh man, the fly is dead. Like it's not coming back. The ice melted, the fly is still dead. Nobody ever did that. Right? Back then, it's like crazy, dude. You look at the moon landing footage, it's like, whoa, dude, everyone was retarded back then. Yeah, it blows my mind. So that one, you know, it's not too much there. I just wanted to kind of get that one out of the way. We kind of really got a lot out of this, like sex robot and getting iced by Diddy talk. But let's just go to the ending, dude. This is probably, I'm not even kidding, I've seen some awkward endings to a podcast. Like Joe Rogan has some notoriously awkward endings. Like especially if he doesn't like the guest, holy shit. If Joe Rogan doesn't like the guest, you'll be mid-sentence. He'll be like, okay, it was nice talking to you. Let's just do it. You know, they'll be like, wait, whoa, is that it? Did I do a bad job? He goes, no, you did a great job. But, you know, I'm just, yeah, we're just done. You know, goodbye, everybody. And then it's, you know what I mean? It's fucking insanity. This is an awkward ending. Watch this.
You know, working women. I mean, there was a moment in American history where that was kind of like, oh, a working woman. It's like, he's a doctor.
By the way, it's literally like porn searches. It's like, oh, really, boss lady? Oh, she works in the office. Like, what? It's like a sexual fetish. That's how not seriously it's taken.
Yes, I noticed on Pornhub, I mean, I hear, there's a category.
I love that. Look at that. He goes, look, I do that sometimes when I'm fucking with you guys. You ever notice that? Anytime I bring up Pornhub, I'm like, allegedly it's on the site. I don't know. I've never been on the site. I hear that, you know? When I do it, it's a joke. It's satire. Of course, I've seen porn before. It's like, what are you, fucking crazy? But I love it when guys like this, they go, I don't know. I hear that, you know, about the porn site. And they're being like dead ass serious. I love how Whitney... This is probably the only justified time that she stared straight into the camera and she did like kind of like they do in The Office, where like they look into the camera and they go like, you know, like, oh really? Yeah, she's doing the Bill Maher to Bill Maher. Look at this. It's
like a sexual fetish. That's how not seriously it's taken.
Yes, I noticed on Pornhub. I mean, I hear there's a category.
Oh, yeah. Busted. You're busted.
The categories, and I don't look at anything weird. I'm just not. I'm not bragging. I just don't have fetishes like that. But just like the regular menu, first, as everyone knows, a lot of stepsister. Like it must be because there are so many broken homes and so many, you know, brothers, stepsister. That this is okay. I get that one. Mm-hmm. Then there's one like real estate lady showing a house, and it's like. It's like this apparently is a big thing. And of course, you know, blows the client. I guess.
Well, porn is a fantasy, and what's a bigger fantasy right now than being able to buy a home?
Look at that. Whitney, always talking in material. Everything's a fucking bit to this bitch. It's like, dude, you can't just have a conversation. Maybe that's why this is such an awkward ending. Bill probably got sick of hearing shit like that. He was like, I just got to cut this one loose before I end up killing her. He's like, I might actually kill her in this basement. But yeah, just out of nowhere, they're talking about Bill's favorite porn searches. Allegedly, he hears that's what it's like on Pornhub. He goes, I hear a lot of people like to search for, you know, stepsister and stepbrother and stuff like that. I also hear a lot of people like they search real estate. They search getting sucky fucky while signing a home signing a closing agreement. You know. They go, I like to type into the search, going into escrow. That's what I put in Pornhub when I'm searching for porn. I go, house going in escrow, and then I see what search results come up. And when these girls and guys are signing those escrow oh boy, I get riled up. So he's just out of nowhere, it's out of left field. He's like bringing up his favorite porn searches.
And get blown while
For
you're
most people.
get blown while you're doing it. I mean, I bought homes. I've never been blown while I was in the buying
I feel like most
process.
people watching, they're like, he's going to buy a house? Like, get this blowjob out of here. What's the price?
So-
Like, it's, something you're never going to be able to achieve.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh, we're out of here. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, let's.
He just goes, all right, listen. That's it. And Whitney over here is fucking, she has no idea what's going on. She's shell-shocked. She goes, that's it? So he brings up, he goes, these are all my favorite porn searches. He goes, just in case you were wondering what I'm going to do to your robot when you leave, right? He goes, so here's a list of all the things I like. It's real estate, it's stepsister, it's stepbrother, it's young girl, getting blowjobs, signing off the mortgage documents, sucked and fucked on real estate, open house. He goes, I like all that shit, right? And she goes, yeah, it's kind of weird, It's kind of weird. He just goes, biting his finger. He's biting his index finger. He goes, all right, well, I'm just gonna, and doesn't even finish his sentence. He just goes, I'm just gonna, and then he gets up, and she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. She goes, oh, that's it? We're done? Like, at least warn me. Like, say something. Like, can I plug my dates?
I think most people watching, they're like, he's going to buy a house? Like, get this blowjob out of here. What's the price? Like, it's, something you're never going to be able to achieve.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh, we're out of here. Okay. Let's go.
I can't.
Do we say goodbye and that's your show?
Oh, did you want to plug dates?
Jing.
Oh, did you want to plug dates?
No, where are you going to?
He's all old and shit. He just gets up in the middle of the conversation. He has no idea where he's at. He's drank like 3 glasses of tequila. He smoked like 3 fucking joints. Like, he's blitzkrieged out of his fucking mind, dude. And then he just got done bragging about all the things he jacks his dick to, and then just goes, oh, well, I'm just gonna, and has a whole dementia fucking attack right there in the middle of the shit.
Gonna be able to achieve.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh, we're out of here. Okay. Let's go.
I can't.
Do we say goodbye and that's your show?
Oh, did you want to plug dates?
Jing.com.
No, where are you going to play?
Code. No, I don't care at all.
What cities are you going
Here's
to?
my thing with
what
that.
cities are you going to?
Arkansas, Virginia.
Wait, Arkansas is not a city.
Oh, sorry, that's a state I'm going to too. But here, Alabama, Arkansas,
Alabama.
a bunch. But here's what I'll say. With all this, I'm like, you know how to find me. If you need me to tell
Right.
you my show don't come. If you
That's
can't
okay.
figure it out yourself, please don't come.
You're one of the 8 million passing the
Yeah.
marquee.
Or like,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to find parking. You're going to be the person
That's the right attitude to have. Don't plug your dates. Hey, if you're too stupid to fucking find me on, not everyone gives a fuck like that. You know what I mean? So hey, for all of you in Bill's audience that have no idea who I am, right? But the only reason I should be here is to kind of cross audiences and stuff like that. You can't find me, fuck you. Don't listen. That's great to do that. I would, if I was her agent, I'd fucking shoot her. But we give it up for Whitney because she was nice enough to gift Bill that lovely, lovely sex robot. And if I say so myself, it is very, very lovely. So. What are we gonna get into here next? Let's check out Harland Highway Podcast. It's a Harland Highway Podcast. He says it like this. He goes, "It's the Harland Highway Podcast." Harland Williams. I grew up being familiarized with Harland Williams from a little movie called Half Baked. You guys remember that one? Half Baked was a extremely funny movie that came out in the late 90s, either late 90s, early 2000s, I forget the exact year. Dave Chappelle wrote it, I think with like Neil Brennan or someone like that. And then it starred him, Harland Williams, a couple other comedians. Very, very fucking funny movie. Hilarious. Harland played a school teacher that accidentally killed a cop's horse and was going to jail. And basically was just going to get butt fucked until he got out of there. Very, very funny movie. I suggest you check it out. I was always familiarized with Harland through his acting like that. And he always played silly ass roles. He played the cop in Dumb and Dumber that drank the piss. You know, that was also Harland Williams. So it wasn't up until like just a couple years ago that I really started seeing Harland on like other people's podcasts and stuff like that. And I can't stand him, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, there's something about Harland never, ever is serious. And I'd like to not take things serious, don't get me wrong. But I don't live it 24/7. I'm not goofball 24/7. And when you meet people like that, that legitimately, it's almost to the point to where like you can never tell if they're telling the truth or not. Like a Theo Vaughn type that just never shuts it the fuck off. It's like that is too much for me. I don't fuck with that kind of shit. So Harland's a big troll, needless to say. And Sam Hyde is also a big troll. And Sam Hyde happened to be on a recent episode of the Harland Highway Podcast. Now, when I saw this, immediately I was like, this is going to be like as if somebody, I said it earlier, took water and dumped it into a pot of hot oil. Because when you have two trolls like that, you can't just keep taking like the outrageousness like to next level, bouncing it back and forth like a tennis ball, because it's going to get to a place where the audience can't follow what you're doing. You know, it's going to be so outrageous to where you're going to lose the audience because they're not going to be able to understand exactly what's going on because you're just trying to top each other. That kind of happened here in this. So let's check out these time codes from the Harland Highway Podcast. This is going to be the intro for Sam, right? Now, this is going to be funny. I want you to check out this intro. This is going to be when Harland introduces Sam for the first time. Now, this is 4.5 minutes in. They recorded.
Ladies and gentlemen, hang on. Theme music. If you put your headphones on, you'll hear the theme music.
Yep.
Sam Hyde is here, everybody. Sam Hyde in the house with his posse. Damien, Charles, Michael, Carol, and Lasagna Lips.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, bitch.
How are you?
I'm Garfield. Hi, I'm Garfield. Carol?
I'm Ryan. Lasagna Lips.
Oh, yeah.
What's the music?
Sam Hyde.
Is there fun music?
Well,
Yo, for how big of a troll he is, he has the faggiest laugh I've like. Sam Hyde like hates gay people and shit. Like, well, no, he doesn't hate gay people. It's just funny to say that. You know, it's funny to call Sam Hyde a bigot because he's like the most ridiculous looking man on earth. For someone who's as big of a troll he is, he has the fucking gayest laugh that I've ever fucking heard, dude. Listen to this.
What's the music?
Is this
Is
real?
there fun music?
Are you serious with that?
apparently.
Is it Judas Priest?
That's like 90s Comedy Central. Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
that's cool.
Sam, welcome to the Harland Highway Podcast, my friend.
Why are you doing a Jewish voice? You
No,
know
that's Cajun. Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Since when?
I had to convert a few days ago.
Oh, where? What temple?
It was actually the Scientology Center. I was meeting with all the sort of bigwigs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See what I'm talking
So wait,
about?
they'll take you in at Scientology.
You see kind of what I'm getting at with like the just constantly elevating it to another level. It's like one lobs it, then one lobs it a little higher, one lobs it a little higher. Next thing you know, Sam Hyde is sitting there talking about how he just converted to Judaism recently, but it wasn't at a temple. It was at a Scientology building. And then it's just going to keep going. You're going to be like, I don't even know what's going on here. You know? So I was starting to get worried about this, you know, about this show. And then that intro, right? Sam just kept fucking with Harland. He goes, you know what? Let's start the show. Like 2 minutes after this introduction, Sam goes, you know what? Let's start the show over again.
Please say your name.
Charles.
Charles said he thinks it's
A huge cock. It's a euphemism for having a huge cock. That's what goe originally means.
Can you verify, please?
Yeah, it's true. I've also seen it as well.
Yes.
And state your name.
Ryan Lasagna Lips.
Sam, back with that shitty ass laugh. Look at Sam. Look at this fucking guy. Can you believe this guy is a millionaire troll online? And he goes, when he's laughing. He goes, looking like a fucking cracked out version of Where's Waldo. And I like Sam Hyde. I fuck with Sam. Me and Sam constantly talking on the phone. Chatting. I've been to the most important events in Sam's life. I have, you know? When he got his first haircut, I was there. When the first time he bought those glasses, I was there. He's been wearing the same pair ever since. He's not gotten a new prescription since the day he got those. Lenses are exactly the same. I know these things about Sam. You know?
We don't laugh at friends here, Sam.
No. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you were. What were you before you were Jewish? Okay.
Can we start over?
Ladies and gentlemen,
There we go.
welcome to the Harland Highway Podcast. We got Sam Hyde here and his all boys choir school. And boys, why don't we start off with a hymn?
Was that a Jewish voice you just did?
Pardon me?
You were just doing a voice.
It was
What that?
Cajun.
What is Cajun?
It's sort of a Cajun Jewish. It was
Are you making fun of me?
That didn't sound like Gambit.
A Cajun.
A Cajun.
Yeah.
K-Jew.
Yeah.
There you go.
And yes, I was making fun of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love making fun.
It's so funny because like the Jewish shit, like right now it's hilarious. I cannot wait for like 3.5 months from now when like all the Jewish jokes are like hack. And then all the Jews would go like, oh, they're still making Jew jokes. It's like, no, they're not. Don't lie. They're not. But trust me, it'll get old real fucking quick. It'll get old real quick. Now look at this. You think we get a good like maybe 7 to 9 minutes of like normal show? Sam wants to start the show over again.
Oh, scissors.
You gonna cut the nipples out of your shirt again?
So I got to do something.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Here we
that
go.
thread, Nick.
Here we go.
No problem. There you go.
Thank you. It's killing me. We got to start over.
Okay.
We gotta start over.
Can we wait till we get the thread?
There we go.
Am I good?
Ready to
You're good,
start
buddy.
over?
Here we go. Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harland Highway Podcast.
That's it right there, baby.
Special guest today.
HH.
Yeah, HH.
HH.
And SH. Sam Hyde is here, ladies.
HH. And Hitler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, HH and SH. Sam Hyde is here, ladies and gentlemen, with his great dear friends Michael, Damien, Steven, Walter, and Potato Pancake Tits.
Is this a different song?
What's up, I'm Potato Pancake Tits.
Pawtucket.
What?
Is this a different song?
No, this is the same one.
Oh.
Why?
It doesn't sound as good as the first time I heard it.
You don't know it's a winner.
Yeah.
Let's maybe we got off on the wrong foot with the whole Jewish thing. Do you like nature, Sam? Are you a nature guy?
Can we avoid the Jewish question?
So you want to start again?
I suppose that's
the only way. It's the only way. If you're gonna keep fucking around like this, it's like you have to start over. You have to start over. It's because these kinds of things like this, they have a momentum. People think, dude, this is what's so fucking fucked up about this. Every single one of you guys that listens to these things, like you think it's just us getting up and just like you talking to the microphone. You think I didn't plan every single word that I'm saying out of this thing for 3 hours? I'm planning every single one, and they try to lie to you. Like Joe Rogan, you go on the Joe Rogan, and he goes, "Oh, these things are uncut, man. They're uncut, man. It's like, oh, I'm not editing anything. You can fake the funk for an hour. You can't fake the funk for 3 hours. It's a lie. Every single one of those things is scripted. I get on these things, like I record these. I plan the whole. There's a teleprompter here. It's like I can read right here. I'm reading every single fucking thing I'm saying on here. So it's like you think this is like so when the momentum gets busted, you have to start over again because you're throwing a wrench in the whole production. It's just not good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harland Highway Podcast.
Hit him.
Sam Hyde is here, ladies and gentlemen. Comedian, actor, owns a Subway sandwich franchise in Cleveland. Teriyaki
Ooh, look,
enthusiast.
I got goosebumps.
And he's here with his friends,
Nick,
Sam,
Roachford,
Charles, and William, and Barf Bag Billy.
Hey, what's up? I'm Barf Bag Billy.
God,
is that thing loose? I told you we'd have tech glitches all day.
Is that mic okay?
It's not.
It's good now.
it's got a neck brace on now.
This is the first time I've done the pod, the Harland Highway, with all these cameras, all these people. So there's going to be tech glitches all the way through, but thank you for helping.
It's good that you don't like robots.
Why?
Well, they're not doing too much.
Okay. Who gives a fuck? So now you see they're finally getting over the intros, right? And the whole time they're doing that, Sam is sitting there like wrapping duct tape around or like fucking painter's tape around the microphone and stuff like that. He's trying to they're trying to combat each other's silliness, They're both trying to get the best of the other one. But it's going to start getting to a little bit of a boiling point, right? Because Sam is he'll take it to where other people won't take it. Sam's not afraid to say racial slurs. He's not afraid to say things that might make you uncomfortable, make your audience uncomfortable. He'll just fuck your whole production up and not think twice about it. Leave, completely move on with his life because he doesn't care about pleasing everyone and maintaining these stupid ass connections that these comedians care about. This is the one thing I respect a lot about Sam. It's where other comedians sit there and go, like Mark Norman, well, I don't want to speak out of school, I don't want to say something that, might hurt someone else's feelings because I work with these people, even though they do fucked up shit on the road all the time. It's just say it. Just say who it is. Why? Because you're scared about running into them in a nightclub? You're scared that they might get bigger than you one day and not cast you in their show or something? It's who gives a fuck, bro? All these people, these comedians, they go, I worked my ass off to get here myself. Okay, take away all your connections. Just do the thing yourself. Don't worry about hurting other people's feelings. About you might not be able to get booked at this club if you say the wrong thing. Don't worry about none of that. Let those connections fade away. See how far you get. Sam seems to be doing it. Why can't you? Every single one of you is so fucking special, right? Why can't you do it? Doesn't make any sense to me. So watch. It's going to get to the point to where Harland starts pushing Sam's buttons, and Sam's going to start getting annoyed by this. And if you know anything about Sam, you know that ultimately this isn't going to end up in a good place.
Have you ever been...
What?
Yeah.
No.
Not yet.
Would you like to be?
You go to Alaska, it's going to happen.
You choose. Barry
you.
Manilow?
You got that type of work in you?
What are you paying?
What are you buying?
I'll do it for $250.
When? $250 what?
What are you doing tonight?
Podcast. This is a 9-hour podcast.
Okay.
You said we're going 9 hours.
9 hours.
Yeah.
Or HRS.
HRS?
That's abbreviated.
Yeah. Oh.
Hours.
HRS.
I want to talk about...
Look, Sam's such a smart guy. He didn't understand. It took Sam literally 30 seconds for that to register with him. That HRS is the abbreviation for hours.
HRS.
That's
abbreviated.
Yeah.
Hours.
HRS.
See, now Sam don't like that. Sam goes, damn, this guy just made me look like a fucking fool in front of my fucking cool friends. This guy back here with the orange microphone. This guy right here is like my fucking best friend and shit. And he's all embarrassing me. And he's all Jewish and shit.
I want to talk about cunnilingus.
Yeah.
Throat cancer.
Do you like it?
Cunnilingus?
Yeah.
Is the whole podcast just this?
What do you mean?
Is it just straight nonsense?
Hell no.
What's the serious? When are we getting serious?
So how do you feel about the situation in
Cunnilingus?
Cunnilingus County?
Cunnilingus County's been up against it for many years. It's these internment camps where they keep the
Sam.
I don't know, dude.
Sam.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if any of the gang, or you even Sam, but not you. If you have any cunnilingus techniques, we'd love to see them. If you each want to
I'm ready
give it
with
a
mine.
shot.
Nah, man. Look at that. Watch. So now Sam was trying to be nice at first. He was smiling. He goes, is this what the podcast is going to be? It's just all straight nonsense. He's trying to keep it light, but let Harland know hey, if you keep fucking with me, I'm going to start fucking with you back and it's going to be bad. It's basically essentially what he's saying to him. Now, Harland busts out these little salmon fillet toys, right? And he goes, hey, man, you guys want to practice cunnilingus? He's going to sit there and try to get these guys to pretend they're eating out women, which is very disgusting. Not the eating out part, but why would you want guys doing that on your podcast? On the Harland Highway Podcast? You know, why would you want that? You know? It's not entertaining to get these guys to lick salmon fillets on the show. So Sam sees Harland bust these out. Sam's face just turns. He starts looking Harland dead in his fucking eye, right? And he goes, nah, bro.
I'm ready
Give
with
it a
mine.
shot.
Watch this. Look at him. He goes, nah, bro. We ain't doing that, bro. Look at the look in Sam's eyes. Sam's pupils are dilated. He's got to be on at least 3.5 grams of mushroom. He's got to be on at least 3.5 grams of mushrooms. Sam's starting to get pissed. Watch, and you're going to hear it in his voice. Listen to him.
Man.
You want to
What's that? You want me to eat that?
just show us your cunnilingus?
Don't do that, Daniel.
Michael Douglas has the best technique. It's getting
Don't do that,
Yeah.
Daniel. He goes, don't do
Eating
that.
large oysters.
No one wants to cunnilingus it up?
No, God, no. Imagine if it looked like that. That's
If it's going to
break.
respond to it, then maybe. But if not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm married.
I need feedback.
But why is it cunnilingus? Why is it such a big, fancy Irish word?
Well,
And
you
for
gotta-
men,
That
it's
is a
just
good-
suck.
Look up the etymology.
Yeah,
we have to get
Latin
that.
Don't men
etymology.
have- isn't it fellatio or something like that?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Fellatio and cunnilingus.
Fellatio's fancier than sock.
Yeah,
Phallate.
when you're feeling fancy, you can whip that one out.
See, so now Sam,
Are you?
all Sam's doing right now is just keeping his composure. And he's trying to think up something else to fucking turn this whole thing upside down. He's starting to get annoyed because it's like, if he wants to like be silly, and it's got to go somewhere. He doesn't want to just go like, oh, here's some props. You look like an asshole. I look good. This is what Harland's doing to him. He's trying to make them look stupid, but Sam doesn't want to do that. Sam's like, nah, man, if we're going to get silly, we're going to get silly together, bro. I'm bringing everybody into this shit. So now Sam's sitting there annoyed, and he's trying to think of something in his head. He goes, what is my next move going to be to really fuck Harland's day up?
Nature guy,
cunnilingus, though.
Sam? Do you like
Cunniling.
nature?
No, not really. What about you?
I'd love to throw a nature thing by you.
What's that?
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but gorillas and orangutans. Do you like nature at all or no?
No.
But is it okay if I talk to you about it?
No.
Of course, yeah.
Every night,
You're not going
guys.
to get an answer that you like.
I think I will.
I'm not a big.
Look at that. See, now Sam is starting to do some foreshadowing here. He goes, you can ask me about whatever you want. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be an answer that you like. There's a lot more to that sentence than you think there is. And I want anyone, whoever is even thinking about having Sam Hyde on their show, to take that into consideration. When you ask Sam something, you're not going to get the answer that you want from him 9 times out of 10. I watched this guy on the fucking Hodge Twins podcast, and they could not get a fucking serious thing out of this motherfucker if they tried. And they were asking him topics that he actually cares about. Like, hey, do you think that America is starting to get heavily influenced by Israel and that Jews should really chill out on taking over all these things like Hollywood and the military? And Sam's like, no, that Sam could rant about something like that for hours. Still fucked with the Hodge Twins. Couldn't get a serious answer out of him if he tried. I'm telling you. And the Hodge Twins, go and watch their pod. They have the shittiest producers in the world, bro. The Hodge Twins. They will sit there and have clips. You know how like people like we watch clips on this show? I stop talking when I play the clip so that you can actually understand what the fuck is going on. Dude, the producers at the Hodge Twins podcast, they'll just play a clip while everyone's still in the middle of having a conversation. Then the people start trying to talk. Like, you know, you let the clip play a little bit, right? Like Tim Dillon, he's watching a clip. He lets it play. As soon as Tim starts talking, the producers pause the clip so that they're not talking over the clip and that Tim could make his point clearly. The Hodge Twins producers don't do that at all. They let the clip play in its entirety while the guests and the Hodge Twins are making comments about it and just letting the thing. They never even think about fucking stopping it when someone chimes in. It's so hard to listen to. It's like unbelievable, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I had to get that one out of there. For those guys, they got millions of followers and shit. It's like, you have to hire better people, bro. You have to hire people who are not retarded. I'm sorry.
No.
But is it okay if we if I talk to you about it?
Oh yeah, Sam's about to really. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked with the Hodge twins. Remember, he goes, "You can ask me a question, but you're not gonna get an answer that you like. Remember that."
Of course, yeah.
Every night,
You're not going
guys.
to get an answer that you like.
I think I will.
I'm not a big nature guy.
I like bonobos.
Yeah.
You like what?
Bonobos.
Bonobos.
I like great apes.
Yeah. You like a bonobo?
I don't like nature.
Yeah, monkeys. Are
Okay,
different
but
than
maybe what if I swayed you?
Well, hit me with what you got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gorillas and orangutans make nests every night. Like every night they get twigs and they make a nest up in a tree.
That sounds disgusting.
I know. But I would love to see you make a gorilla nest.
Right here?
Doesn't sound easy.
Yeah.
Is this...
Amber, bring in the gorilla twigs, please.
Gorilla nest?
Oh, no. We're going to bring in gorilla twigs.
I got you. Here we go. There we go.
Oh, no.
Look at that. I just realized this. Sam's in the middle of knocking the whole set over, right? Harland has a little thing of like, I don't know, what are these, like, dryer beads? You put these in, like, the dryer and shit to make your clothes smell good? It's got Bobby Lee's face on it. And then there's another package back here. You can see the top of Bobby Lee's hair. It's got Bobby Lee's face on it again. Harland's just slapping Bobby Lee's face on all these random products in his goddamn studio. What's that about? Now Sam's tearing apart the entire studio. That's how fed up he is with Harland's bullshit.
There we go.
Oh, no.
Big gorilla nest coming in.
Is there a gorilla in this room or what?
Oh, there we go.
We lost. We lost power.
Here, get in the gorilla nest.
Wait, bring in the gorilla twig.
Hop in the gorilla.
Look, so now Sam's already just trashed the fuck out of Harland's studio. Not good enough for Sam. You know? And this is what I'm talking about. He did this same shit to Matan Evan. Matan Evan had him on, tried fucking with him. Sam brought on like 30 homeless people and like Indians and shit like that just to stand in the fucking room of the podcast while it was happening, then trashed the whole studio and left. Nice.
Gorilla nest, all right?
I don't know if we have.
Let's get you in there.
We can't fit in there.
Let's get you in there, buddy. Let's get you in there. Let's get in that nest, all right? Get in that nest. There we go, buddy. There we go.
Gorilla twig.
A big monkey.
What are we dancing?
We're big monkeys.
We're big apes.
We're big gorillas.
Big apes.
We're gonna get in that nest.
This is crazy.
We're gonna get in that nest, darling.
we're going to.
We're getting in that nest. I see something I like in that nest.
Yeah, what
And
that
I
one
want
is.
to touch it.
Yeah.
I see a big snake in there.
Now watch this. I'm sorry, I know it's a little loud. You know, you gotta get used to it. It's Harland Highway. You know, if you can't stay on the Harland Highway, get the fuck out. But watch this. This is gonna show you a lot about how people act when the cameras are turned on. Like, you think every single thing that you see just because it was recorded, that it's like candid, that it's not fabricated in any way. Like this right now, right? It seems very not fabricated, right? But it still kind of is. Yeah, Harland wasn't expecting it, but Sam wouldn't be doing this if the cameras weren't on.
I don't think we're recording anymore. All the cameras went out.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one's in.
Is that recording? Yep. Let's get you in that nest.
We got this out.
You see that? You see that? That's how I see something like that. I go, oh, every single interaction ever recorded is not a real interaction. You think this is real? You think this is real? I told you already I'm reading off of a fucking teleprompter with this. So it's how funny. It's like this whole thing. It's like, oh, yeah, trash his studio, blah, blah, blah. One guy says, oh, I think the cameras went out. Sam's like, oh, okay, I guess we can just leave then. You know? You weren't doing this because, like, you thought, like, it was... You know, there's no... Like, you have no conviction behind this? This is what I'm saying. It's like, you can't do shit just because the cameras are on. It's like, that's not how... Hey, it's got to be real.
I like in that nest.
Yeah, what that one is.
You touch it.
Yeah.
I see a big snake in there.
I don't think we're recording anymore. All the cameras went out.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one's in.
Is that recording? Yep. Let's get you in that nest.
We got this out.
Let's get you in that big gorilla. Let's get you in there. Ooh. Ooh.
Can you make a gorilla nest with these twigs?
You are going to do the nest building. You have to show me how it's done. We gotta see.
I see you trying to get leverage.
We gotta see.
You gotta see what?
You work out?
Yeah.
You're a big guy.
I play hockey.
This is a strong guy.
Yep.
Big strong guy.
Big strong guy.
How old are you?
Nosy.
Look at that Harland fucking killing, bro. Harway. Listen to me. That J's starting to get to me. That's how you say the Harland Highway Podcast all together. You say Harway Podcast. That's the Harway Podcast. You know? I love that. The gorilla nest. And this is what's funny to me. We're going to end this segment on this one. Look, the whole time they're doing this, they're sitting there. Harland has producers, bro. Like, there's actually people that work for this fucking guy. So, what do you think's going through their mind? This guy trashed the whole fucking place. All the wires are fucked up. They're going to have to relay all those cables again, reconnect everything, make sure everything sounds good, put everything in its specific spots again. Shit sound like it shattered that came off of that desk, so they're going to have to clean all that up, right? Harland, Sam Hyde, and his goons are just going to walk the fuck out of this room, and Harland's going to be like, oh, well, it was nice. It was a good episode, guys. Make sure you get it uploaded to YouTube by Wednesday. I'll see you later, man. Like, you know, and watch. Look at this. The producers are not stoked about this. Watch the look on these assholes' faces.
I am.
You're a nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like?
No, I do.
You do? Why?
I'm a big fan of yours.
You are?
Yeah.
No. Why?
Because you're nuts. That's why, actually.
Oh.
In a good way, in creative, fun way.
A 1 in a million way.
I'm not planning to get emotional, but you might.
Yeah.
Make me a little emotional.
Let's take it there.
Okay, keep asking.
How was your childhood?
It was,
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I love that. Sam goes, let's take it there. How was your childhood? Harland goes, he goes, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I love when people do shit like that. When they just cut you off and just keep going with their joke. You don't even get a word in. I love that.
Yeah.
It was
Watch the producer. Watch the producer.
Seeing some of this reminds me of
PTSD.
This reminds me of some of my.
I'm sorry.
Brutal hockey dad?
No, it wasn't a hockey.
Watch
My
this.
dad was actually a ballerina.
Yo.
Look at this guy's fucking face right here. Bro, this guy, Ashok over here. This guy, he looks like a man named Ashok. I know a guy named Ashok that looks just like this. So this guy, Ashok, is fucking pissed. Staring over at the other producer with the camera like, dude, is this even fucking real right now? Like, what the fuck is going on here? So disappointed. And I love this. They produced the show. They have a fucking $450 Canon camcorder, right? Shoots quote unquote 4K, which is not native 4K. It's like a fucking digital version of 4K. They have it on a Manfrotto fucking tripod stand. This tripod stand is like $250. Legitimately half the price of this camera. That should not be how that works. Your tripod should never be at least half the price of the gear that's on it, bro. You know? That's like having a fucking $1,000 Louis Vuitton wallet that only has less than $100 in it at all times. It just doesn't make sense, my friend. You can't do it. You can't do it. This guy looks like he's ready to quit. And I'm not talking about the job. He looks like he is ready to quit life. Like he's legitimately contemplating killing himself because of the mess that he has to clean up. And if you think that this fucking dainty-ass woman producer over here is going to do anything about all of this, you're mistaken. This guy knows that he's legitimately the only asshole who's going to be cleaning any of this up when all of them leave. I love it.
Yeah, he did the Nutcracker Suite
Look at
12 years in a row at the Mississauga Community Center.
Yeah, was he serious about it?
Oh, he was great.
Fucking pissed, bro. Let's give it up for Ashok. Ashok, man, we love you, bro. Don't let them get you down like that, bro. We love you, Ashok. All right? So, I want to just remind everyone, you know, before we get into this last segment, that you can call into the show. That's going to be 316-396-0025. You have advice that you want, you know, given to you. You have a weird situation. We've had people call on the show. Hey, I'm starting a new job and I'm nervous. What do you suggest? I've had people call on the show saying how they smoke too much weed and they can't get a girl. Of course, the obvious advice for that would be to quit smoking, which they actually ended up doing. It's funny. That guy commented on that. That was the very first listener submission call that we got. A guy commented later on after I did the segment, which I try to give genuine advice, but I just try to be funny about it. Guy actually commented later on and was like, hey, man, I quit smoking weed, dude. Thanks for the advice. Hey, we love that around here. If you're going to call in, take the advice we give you, all right? So we're very happy for you that you ended up quitting smoking. But, yeah, as always, you can call in. That's 316-396-0025. So we're going to end this episode on
Vegas, September.
a little... Hey, shut the fuck up. Yeah, look at that. Sam's got me all discombobulated. I'm hitting the mute button at the wrong time. So we're going to end this episode on a little bit of Joel McHale on We Might Be Drunk with Sam Morrill and Mark Norman. This episode in particular is kind of old. We're a little behind on this one. This one came out like a month ago. So it's not like we're going to get some, breaking news type stuff out of this. The reason why I wanted to bring it up is because this episode was like so unbelievably awkward to me that there was like no way I couldn't talk about it. And the fact that we had been, out for the past 2 weeks, it's like I had to just keep this one in the chamber. The entire episode, Joel McHale seems like he wants nothing to do with either of them. If you guys aren't familiar with Joel McHale, he was the host of the show The Soup, which was basically the original Tosh.0 before Tosh came around and did it better. And then he was the lead on a very funny, I thought it was a pretty funny show, called Community. You guys remember Troy and Abed in the morning. They had that was Don Glover and some Indian guy named Ashok played those two characters on Community. Very funny show. And Joel had a pretty decent career going for a while. He also played in some other movie parts. He was the asshole boss trying to steal the girlfriend in the movie Ted, if you guys don't remember that. He had a actually pretty funny scene where at the end of the date, Mila Kunis leaves and he ends up ripping a fart that he had been holding for at least 4 hours, which we all as men can relate to. Excuse me. So Joel nowadays is just kind of hosting like this really shitty game show called like the 1% Club. Honestly, this shit might be on like TBS. I'm not even kidding. So Joel's a little washed up. He doesn't realize that like two comedians like Mark and Sam actually have way bigger followings than like he's ever had. He doesn't realize that just because they're not household names doesn't mean that they don't do numbers. Like, surprisingly enough, these guys are constantly on the road. They're constantly selling theaters. They're pretty big comedians. Mark's part of the Rogan sphere. Their shows get like a couple 100,000 per episode. That's nothing to sneeze at, But you could tell that realization, that news, hasn't really come across Joel's, realm yet. He doesn't realize where he's at. He doesn't realize that like being on a show like this actually could help him out a little bit. So he kind of has this attitude the whole time that he's like somewhere that he doesn't deserve to be. And not in a sense that he's not good enough to be there, in a sense that he's way too good to be there. You can tell the whole time that he kind of like doesn't like Sam. And I feel like it's because he doesn't think Sam is as famous as he is. He also really doesn't vibe with like the show that much. You're supposed to be drinking on there. Immediately in the beginning, he's bitching about the alcohol. And I'm telling you, the whole time you watch it, you're just going to get the impression that he's somewhere that he really does not want to be at all. With two people that he really, really could give a fuck about. And I find that to be interesting. So I will not hold you too much longer. Let's take it away. Look, before I even hit the play button, Joel is on his phone. For once, these guys get a guest that didn't show up late to the recording, Might as well showing up late because as soon as you hit fucking record on the camera, the guy busts out his cell phone, immediately not giving a fuck about the other two people in the room with him.
Okay.
We got a wine snob with us right here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So if not wine, we could do we got every liquor.
Look, right away. He goes, we got a wine snob here. They bought this bottle of wine because they probably looked on Joel's Wikipedia page and were like, oh, Joel McHale likes him a nice red, you know? And Sam's over there like, yeah, man, I think you're right. Oh, no respect, JJ. I think he likes a nice red. I'm Rodney Dangerfield, you know? And Sam's doing that whole thing. So immediately, they showed Joel this bottle of wine. He goes, what the fuck is this? I never heard of this before. Some cheap shit? He goes, you come in, I come on the show, you give me some cheap shit? He goes, no. I'll tell you what. I'm going to Google this bottle of wine right now. I'm going to Google this bottle of wine to make sure that it's up to par with something that I would even let enter my body. Because you guys, you seem like fucking schlubs, you know? And then right away, Sam goes, hey, well, if you don't like that, we can make it. We got everything, man. We got anything that you could want, bro. This is we might be drunk. We could get you anything you want. Watch what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if not wine, we could do we got every liquor.
Do you have
I could do a little.
Do you have an IPA?
Do we have beer?
I don't. Good God! Oh, we got everything except for wine.
We're
beer.
liquor drinkers. We're not really beer guys.
We got everything except for wine and beer. The only two other alcohols that exist, in my opinion, aside from hard liquor, wine and beer. Champagne, is that even alcohol? It's who the fuck is drinking champagne when it's not New Year's, But, so right away, this guy puts his foot in his fucking mouth. I can already see why Joel hates you so much. You take one look at a guy like this. And then you hear him talk. He's like, hey, yeah, I'm in New York, man. It's fucking New York, bro. And yeah, man, we got everything. You got an IPA? No. You got wine? No. Oh, well, we have wine, but it only costs fucking 37 cents a bottle.
Except for wine.
We're
beer.
liquor drinkers. We're not really beer guys.
It's fine. I drink scotch.
We got some.
We got great scotch.
But no, I want to drink wine. Come on. It's early in the day.
Let's see what the rating is.
Look, so Joel, right away, he goes, I like liquor. They go, whoa, we got you. Mark's excited. He goes, oh, yeah, whoa. Oh, I'm excited. We got liquor. We have scotch. And he goes, yeah, but it's fucking 9 a.m., bro. He goes, you think I want to drink a glass of scotch on the rocks? It's I just woke up, dude. I got a bunch of shit to do today, which he's right. He could be a little bit less of a prick about it. Joel is a fucking asshole. This whole interaction, he's just been an asshole. Watch his reactions to this. I'll play this uncut.
It's fine. I drink scotch.
We got
we got great scotch.
But no, I want to drink wine. Come on. It's early in the day.
Let's see what the rating is.
It's very early.
Which scotch is it?
Let me start opening there, JoJo.
All right, the 2019, guys. Here we go. Ooh. $12.97.
Hey!
In New York.
Well, that was when it was new.
Look, $12.97 the bottle costs, right? So these guys couldn't even... These guys are both millionaires, bro. They couldn't, go out of their way to get, at least a $50 or $100 bottle of wine. You're all going to drink it. You're all going to drink it together. It's not it's just going to be for Joel, right? You're so excited to crack it open. He goes, well, let me crack that bottle of wine open. You're all excited. So you can't even, splurge a little bit, even knowing that you're going to intake on that. Mark is that fucking big of a Jew. It's insane to me that Mark Norman is not actually Jewish. It's not hacked to make Jew jokes yet, folks. It's not hacked yet. We're getting there faster than we should be, but it's not hacked yet. We got a couple more in us. So it's blowing my mind that this guy is somehow not related to Modest Yahoo. And he's ready to crack this thing open. Right? Or is he? Wait until you see this.
$12.97.
Hey!
In New York.
Well, that was when it was new.
Actually, we shouldn't have that. That's.
Ooh, actually, we shouldn't have that. I'm a big fucking fag, and I don't want to drink it. It's like it's it's not healthy. It's not keto. Nobody in LA is drinking it, so why would I drink it? And look at Mark's face over here. Mark's like, whoa, that's not comedy, bro. He's like, whoa, I was wanting to drink that. I was gonna drink that. Like, what happened? Whoa, look at how excited he is here to drink the water. Look, and this is right after Joel was like, you guys bought me a $12.97 bottle of wine. Mark goes, whoa, that's like $8 more than I was expecting to pay. Mark was trying to get like some Thunderbird for this fucking guy, bro. Like, Mark wants to bring bum wine onto the podcast for the guests and go, whoa, you're too good for this? He's so excited here. And then look at him here. Watch this. Look at him here. Whap, whap. Got the bottle taken away. Look, there used to be a bottle here. You remember that, Mark? When there used to be a bottle of wine right here? Where did it go? Oh, yeah, Joel snatched it out of your hand because you're a fucking bitch. Look at this. Mark's jacket, I don't know what's going on here, bro. My man's all wet from the rain. That's why Mark is so upset, because he actually had to walk to the corner store to get this bottle of wine while it was drizzling outside. So now that he takes it away, he goes, whoa, that's not cool. Let's watch that again in real time. Watch this.
In New York.
Watch Mark's face.
That was when it was new.
Actually, we shouldn't have that. That's headache in a bottle. Look at how sad Mark got when he was just putting away, like he's like putting away the corkscrew. He's like, whoa. Mark still makes the weird noises, but they're just like really quiet under his breath. He's like, whoa. Whoa, yeah, I guess not. Whoa, comedy. He's like talking under his breath. And then they go, well, maybe we got some kombuchas. He goes, whoa! Dude, Mark is such a fucking weirdo. That's
look at how sad he gets. Look at
I call my ex.
Hey,
let's do.
With some of these, it probably is fine, but I don't know if they reverse engineer like cheap wines, and I'm not kidding, and so they would be like, oh, you like the taste of that? So they use all these like powders and chemicals and stuff to make it taste a certain way, and that shit gives you a headache. Thank you.
Easy, RFK.
Mansplaining. Thank you.
All right, good to know. Wine.
Look at this fucking guy. This is the guy. This is the guy who's like, he goes, I can't drink wine. It's like, it gives you a headache. It gives you. Look at this. This is the least manly man in Hollywood, bro. Look at this fucking nerd, bro. He reminds me of like the kid from Stuart Little or some shit like that. This guy. Look at how bitch of a sip this is. Watch when. Oh my god, dude. Watch when he looks into the camera like that. Look at this. Look at this. What's the matter, Joel? What's the matter? You taking a sip? You like that? Is your good shippy? Is your good shippy like that, Joel? Oh, he looks... That, 1,000-yard stare like that when you're sipping something, you just like a fucking child. You're sitting there you're staring off in space. This guy, he has to focus his whole fucking... Every bit of focus he has to put into taking that sip like that.
Is the worst hangover, I think.
Yeah, sangria is the worst.
Oh,
because that's wine, but with other shit.
Gross.
I don't.
All sugar.
It's the hard liquor that gets me.
Really?
Yeah, it's a hard
so let's
liquor
do.
No, that gives me the hangover.
Yeah. Even like a clean tequila or vodka, clear liquor to me, I'm good.
No, it's got so much more alcohol in it.
That's true. That's why I like it.
Distilled.
But wine is sugar, dude.
Sugar doesn't. You get sugar all day. Same thing doesn't happen if you have a donut.
I feel like shit if I eat a donut. Look, you're fucking ripped, by the way. I didn't realize you.
Look, that's how much of an idiot Joel is. He goes, oh, well, it's not the same thing if you have a donut. You don't get a headache if you have a donut. No, you don't. But if you drank 5 Cokes in a row and didn't eat anything for like 4 hours, you would get a headache. So it's that same kind of concept when you're drinking wine with sugar in it. The sugar gives you a fucking headache.
You were like
Amazing.
shredded.
I had a
Look at
donut
this.
today.
What a dilf. Killing it.
We had a cronut, yes.
I feel like you hide it on the comedy shows a little bit. Now I see. I'm like, this guy's kind of shredded.
I wear.
He's kind of shredded. Look, don't start kissing his ass now, Sam. Don't start kissing his ass now, because, dude, he's about to realize how big of a mistake that he made coming on this thing. Or at least he likes to think that, right? Like I said, Sam, he doesn't realize how much more popular you are than him. He doesn't realize that yet. So when you're saying shit like this, to him, it's registering as like, who is this fucking nobody that's saying all this shit to me? Like, I was on the Soup. I did Community, goddammit. Like, you know, it's like he doesn't like you. And watch the way Joel starts acting. You're gonna realize how he thinks this is the biggest mistake that he's wasting his time with this.
Dude, Where's My Car was a huge hit, right?
But a bad movie.
Straight. Well, then. Well,
I mean, I don't want to get you in trouble. I know you're in the Hollywood
I was not
world.
in it. Oh yeah, that. Ashton Kutcher's going to really come down on me for. But
Did he leave the country?
Look, right away, Joel's like, I wasn't in fucking Dude, Where's My Car? And Mark's making these jokes. He goes, well, you were in Dude, Where's My Car? You know, I didn't mean it was a bad movie like that. He's like, oh no, I'm just saying you're in with like Ashton Kutcher and shit. You know, you're friends with him. And Joel's like, yeah, what does me being friends with Ashton Kutcher have to do with you not liking the movie? I thought the movie was great. So did literally everyone else. How many people you heard going, Zoltan? Like, everyone loved the movie. Mark's an idiot. But that kind of rubbed Joel the wrong way, right? So he's already getting a bad taste in his mouth. This is 7 minutes in to this podcast, right? Now, Sam's about to start spitting off facts, all his Ashton Kutcher knowledge, right? And none of it is fucking real. None of it is even close to true. And Joel's like, kind of starts picking up on that a little bit. And he goes, you kind of see it in his face. Joel's like, man, I really think that this was a bad idea to come onto this show. Watch this.
Yeah, he's got his own problems.
I think he's out of here.
He's in a Hamas tunnel right now. Yeah. He's hiding out.
He left the country?
I think there was some Diddy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is taking so many.
Sorry, Joel.
Well, he was on a weird streak where they wrote the judge to try to get that 70s show guy
Masterson
off, and then the Diddy stuff came out, and he was like, I think I'm going to go to Sweden for a while.
I'm out of here.
Look, so right there, you see Joel's face. This was the exact moment he goes, you know what, Sam? I don't like you, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. You're saying this stuff, and it's just not jiving with me. He goes, man, I don't like you. You know, that's the smile. That's that smile where it's like a real like, you know, it's like when a Karen smiles at you and it's kind of like forced. They show no teeth, but they stretch their lips as far as they possibly can across their face and squint their eyes a little bit at you. He can't squint his eyes that hard because of all the Botox, but trust me, he's trying right now. He's doing that exact smile. Sam's sitting there going, oh, yeah, man, I think Ashton Kutcher fled the country, had to do something with Diddy. You know, he was heavily involved in all the Diddy stuff. He ended up writing, and Joel's like, whoa, this is taking like so many fucking turns. Joel probably knows Ashton personally. So he's like, what are you even saying right now? Like, you're saying this shit about my friend. It's like, what are you saying? And he's like, well, I think it was some Diddy stuff, man. Like, I think they wrote a letter to the judge when, like, Danny Masterson was, like, getting charged with rape. And they were trying to say, like, Danny was a cool guy and, like, would only rape people when they really asked for it. And, like, because of that, they, you know, everyone was watching them. And then the Diddy stuff came out, and Ashton Kutcher was like, whoa, I'm not involved in that in any way, but because that came out, I'm moving to fucking Sweden, man. Joel hears this. Joel goes, that's literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And you could see it on his face. Joel's like, you are a fucking moron. You are stupid.
Yeah, maybe not Sweden. I made up a country. He went somewhere.
Sweden's a real country.
No, but I made up where he would have went.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, Narnia?
He's in Narnia.
We've had him on the show. Call in, Ashton. If you're watching,
if you're whatever time zone you're in.
It's a live show.
Great. We were deep in that movie thing. We're like, Ashton Kutcher, no way to find out what he's doing.
Give it a go.
Look at that. Now Joel's complaining. He goes, we were deep talking about like what kind of movies we liked and all these different things like that. And then all of a sudden you just come out with this Ashton Kutcher thing. And not only do you come out with that, now we have no way of verifying what you even said is true. So like, how can we even expand on it? We can't. You're fucking this up.
Deep in that movie thing. We're like, Ashton Kutcher, no way to find out what he's doing.
Give it a go.
Why isn't this just called Googling?
I know. It's not
what do you do over there?
Bad point.
You're just sitting there doing nothing. You got the computer.
Google, bitch. He's currently in Beverly Hills in a farmhouse.
And he's got a beachfront home in Carpinteria.
Ooh,
right?
Good for him.
Wait, but it doesn't. Go to Ashton Kutcher News, I guess.
Yeah, go to news. I don't trust AI, dude. Why are we leaning on AI for all this shit?
Yeah,
exactly.
They're gonna take over.
Why are you leaning on AI to answer questions about Joel McHale's best friend, who you're clearly making shit up about? You know, it's like Joel is starting to realize this is a mistake, and the fact that Sam is leading the charge on this fucking like arbitrary bullshit about Ashton Kutcher, I'm telling you, it's not jiving with Joel at all. He seriously does not like Sam, and you could see it in the way that he treats Sam. Like every time Sam talks, Joel doesn't make eye contact with them. Like Sam will say something that like Joel is actually interested in, but Joel is so like in his own shit. Like Joel's a fucking clout goblin, bro. Joel is one of those people in Hollywood that like he doesn't give a fuck about what you're saying or what you're doing unless it's either going to benefit him in some way or he can like brag to other people that he knows you, different things like that. Joel, like I said, he doesn't realize how popular these guys actually are and how big of followings they have. So to him, they sound exactly the same. To him, they might as well be the same two people. He can't tell the difference in their voices, their faces, the shit that they're saying, none of it. So like Sam will say something, right? And because Joel can't tell the difference between the two, Sam might go, oh, or Joel might go, oh yeah, yeah. And then he looks up, he realizes it's Sam who said it, and he shuts down. He goes, oh yeah, yeah. And he looks the other way. Like he'll look at the screen that the producers are running. He'll look at that screen just to not look at Sam while Sam's talking to him. It's so apparent. He fucking hates Sam. It's crazy.
I can't keep track of anything. The Saturn Awards, pound for pound, one of the best award shows. It is.
I thought you were going to say the fattest attendees.
Yes.
Pound for pound, the fattest.
It is pound for pound, like this muscle mass. But if you look at the list of people that are there,
oh, look at that
year, it is insane. Like
really,
Keanu Reeves, Nicolas Cage, and
are you a big sci-fi guy?
Yeah. I mean, I like a lot of stuff, but
sure,
I love sci-fi. But everybody
see, you seen how Joel did that? I like a lot of shit, man. It's like I like sci-fi too. It's like, you don't have to be into sci-fi to go to the fucking awards to host them like I did. You know, Joel's bragging about hosting an award that literally no other celebrities ever even heard of. The Saturn Awards. Who the fuck has heard of that? He's upset. Sam goes, oh, well, you big sci-fi guy? Joel, see, this is why Joel got upset, is because he thinks that Sam's trying to derail the conversation. Joel probably doesn't podcast a lot, so he doesn't realize that, like, they could talk about something else and then go back to what you were talking about before, and you'd still get your point across. Joel's scared that he's going to derail the conversation, and Joel's going to not be able to talk about himself for, like, 3 minutes. And that's why Joel gets upset. So Sam goes, yeah, you a big sci-fi guy? He goes, yeah, I'm into like a lot of shit, man. Like, it's like, yeah, I like sci-fi too.
You know, I like a lot of stuff, but
sure,
I love sci-fi, but everybody stays. Like Kevin Feige sits in the front row for 4 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a good time.
And how is
as if we even know or care who Kevin fucking Feige is.
So you do a monologue and what?
I do like a dance and I play a couple instruments. Yeah, I just do a monologue and then there's James Cameron.
See, like hey yo, that is fuck? Such asshole shit to say. That's like such a patronizing answer. It's like he basically should have said, yeah, what are you, fucking stupid? Of course I just did a monologue. What else did you expect me to do? He might as well have said that to Sam. And Sam has to sit here and take it.
Wow, Spielberg. This is a who's who of Nerdville.
Look at Sam. Sam is over here. He's the happiest fucking Jew in Manhattan. The fact that Joel McHale is sharing his shitty life with him right now. And Joel is sitting there treating Sam like a piece of garbage, bro.
And it's in a airport ballroom. That's literally across the street from the Burbank Airport.
Oh, shit.
Interesting.
It's
Bob Hope.
Yeah, it has good times.
Wow, that's fun.
Yeah. How's
the paycheck?
It's not a lot. It's like $250,000.
No, it's not a lot. It's like $250,000, you know? This is what I'm saying. Joel's a piece of shit, dude. Joel is, like, honest to God, if you look at Joel, this is what Tony Hinchcliffe is going to be like in the future when he gets washed up. Mark my fucking words, bro. The same energy you're getting off of Joel, being an asshole who only wants to chase clout and will only chase clout for the rest of his life because he only cares about getting himself ahead and recognized, Tony's going to have that same energy. It's going to be the same fucking energy. Listen, and Joel will tell you this. Joel's not afraid to be like, yeah, I'm a whore for attention.
Did you start in stand-up or did you start in acting?
No. I did a lot of acting and improv in Seattle.
Oh, Seattle.
And I really didn't start doing stand-up until after the Soup started. I mean, I was doing stage stuff, but until I had this agent that was like, if you get your friends together and go do shows around the country, host shows, you'll make money.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Why not?
And that's where I was lucky because it was a two-edged sword because it was a crowd that knew me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when the Soup stopped, I realized quickly, when I would go into crowds that didn't know the show, I was like, oh, none of these jokes work.
Right. They got to know you.
Trouble. And so then I bombed a lot. It was great. And then now I've gotten it all back. No.
It was probably good for your development that you bombed a lot,
Yeah. It was great. I loved it. It helped my ego. Yeah. But it did teach me. Those things go. They're real learning experiences.
Sure. Did you enjoy it at all, or was it like, we got to do this bullshit now, get the paycheck?
No, I love attention.
Okay.
I like it, and I like being on stage, and so I'm a full extrovert. So I'm like, I get energy from people looking at me.
Well, you pull.
Look at how that is the saddest way to phrase that shit. Like to sit there and like to say really all he's trying to say is like I feed off of other people's energy, so I kind of like that's my thing. Is like I dig the attention and I kind of feed off of that, and it gives me like the creative energy that I need to get the job done. Which is still cheesy as fuck to say in itself, dude. I'm not gonna lie. But like to word it the way he worded it, like I get energy from people looking at me. Like I'm a full extrovert. I love attention. So I would have done it for whatever. Like, it's like that sounds crazy and desperate. And then look at his face. He makes this face right after he says this. And this is like, this face he makes is in the difference of literally one frame. Watch, one frame, different fucking face. One fucking frame, different face. Come over. Oop. Oop. Ooh, it's like depressing, bro. Depressing this is. Look, it's sad to see what this piece of shit has become.
Wow. I'm like, I get energy from people looking at me.
Well, you pulled it out. I mean, it was a good show.
It out and that was good times. So I knew that. Yeah.
You had a real hour together. It was like, had a beginning, a middle, and end. It was a through line. It was good.
It was good times.
Good. So now Mark is sitting here reminding Joel of his old stand-up career that he used to have. And, of course, Joel is sitting there like, yeah, well, the only reason anyone ever laughed is because they knew the Soup. Once the show stopped, I sucked. I really couldn't do anything else with that. You know what I mean? But this is nice. I like this part right here. Mark starts to, like, kind of hit back a little bit, right? I like this because, like, I feel like Mark is maybe at this point kind of like picking up on the fact that he's really not liking on Sam. And of course, Sam that's Mark's drinking buddy. It's like, dude, they're comedy like all day, So he doesn't want to see his buddy just get beat up like that the entire show, right? I don't know if this is exactly what motivated Mark to say this, but the fact that he took these jabs at Joel I was a big fan of. Let's check these out.
Oh.
Wes Anderson.
Now, is that the dream to be in some like high echelon films, or you like just riding the game show train?
We were just talking about my films.
Oh, yeah. Ted, I'm talking about.
Look at that. Look at that. You seen Joel, how he did that? He's like, excuse me? He's like, I never. So Mark sits there and goes, you ever actually want to be in like a real movie? And he was like, dude, we just got done talking about like the movies I've been in. I've been in Ted. I was in that one with that one guy that you guys don't know. You know? He's like, we just talked about my movies. Now watch what Mark says. He's going to sit there and go, oh, yeah, maybe Ted is like a real movie. Maybe it's not a real movie, On
films, or you like just riding the...
I love that. I want to listen to that whole thing uncut. Listen to this.
High echelon.
Damn, I think I get to the beginning of it? Not the beginning. All right, now listen to it.
Now, is that the dream to be in some like high echelon films, or you like just riding the game show train?
We were just talking about my films.
Oh, yeah. Ted, I'm talking about. I'm not talking
you said
Ted.
That Ted is not an upper echelon
That's
film?
filth.
That's
a lowbrow comedy. That's TV.
Ooh, so now look at Joel. Joel really doesn't know what to do with himself. Joel's like, my whole life has been a lie. You getting told Ted was a blockbuster hit. Like, as much as you want to like not admit it, everyone went to the theaters to see Ted. Everyone did. I'm not even kidding. I think I went like twice. It's like everyone went and saw Ted. That was a blockbuster hit. Mark's sitting there talking shit because it was not like a serious film. Mark's like, have you ever thought about doing a Lake Placid? You ever thought about doing a movie like that? You ever thought about doing like The Shining? It's like, what are you talking about, man? Why? Because the movie wasn't serious and boring? That like it's not a real movie all of a sudden? Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of on Joel's side with this one. Like, I love the fact that Mark's taking the punches because Joel's an asshole, but it is kind of like, whoa, where did that fucking come from? You know what I mean? It's like Mark is legitimately only doing it because of how big of an asshole Joel's been.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking
you said
Ted.
That is not an upper echelon
That's
film?
filth.
That's
a lowbrow comedy. That's TV. I'm talking about Paul Thomas, Martin Scorsese, Tarantino.
Yeah, where you want to play like kind
Nolan.
Yeah, I've been in all their movies.
What? Pull them up.
I haven't been.
Oh,
who's like someone you would kill to work with?
Kill?
Yeah, murder.
David Lean. Man, he did Lawrence of Arabia.
That's a great film.
I'm game for anything.
The guy's
Look at that. I'm game for anything, bro. I haven't worked in fucking I'm lucky as fuck that I got this game show thing. I know you're talking a lot of shit about it, Mark, but I'm actually pretty proud of this one. So if you could just lay off a little bit, please, I loved that time code. Just say Mark's like, no, Ted's not a real movie. I love how Joel just goes like, he like kicks his head back. He's like, dude, are you serious? He's like, dude, it's fucking Seth MacFarlane, Mark Wahlberg. Mila Kunis was in it, man. He's like, what are you talking about? This is A-list celebrities. I thought that was so funny to watch him say that. We're gonna end the segment on this one. I love this time code here. They start talking about Pee Wee Herman, right? And I think it had to do in the context of like maybe Joel being in like a movie that he was, I don't know, something to do. They start bringing up Pee Wee Herman for some fucking reason. And Joel wants to big time these guys. He goes, hey, he actually asked him, he goes, hey, can I big time you real quick? Like, who the fuck says some shit like that? He goes, hey, can I big time you real quick? I knew Pee Wee Herman. But here's the thing. He wasn't expecting to get follow-up questions. That's the thing right there. That's what makes this time code so special. My man was not expecting to get follow-up questions when he brought out that braggadocious little point of his, right? Watch this.
Pee Wee Herman doc.
Yeah. I hear it's
Oh my God. I was a tearjerker. He's great. Paul Rubens. I watched this. I was obsessed with Pee Wee as a kid. And the movie tells you all you want to know, all the behind the scenes stuff.
What's it on?
HBO. Incredible. It's a two-parter. Couldn't put it down.
High road you right now?
Please.
I was friends with him.
Get the fuck out of here. Paul Rubens was
I heard he was the coolest dude.
I was friends with him. Yo, people who are friends with people don't start it like that. Can I brag to you real quick about I was friends? They just say it. They just go, oh, yeah, I know. He was such a good guy. I knew him personally. You know, they say it like that. They just nonchalantly, because when you're actually friends with the person, it's not like the biggest deal to you. You know, it's not like they're going like, oh, I'm friends with Pee Wee Herman. It's like his actual friends are just like, yeah, that's my buddy. You know, what's the guy's name? Paul Newman. They go, that's Paul. Like, it's just every day with Paul. You know, they don't get excited and go, hey, can I high road you real fast? My best friend's name is Paul Newman. That's Pee Wee Herman. They don't do that. So it's like right out the rip, you're getting this energy that Joel is completely full of shit. And I'm here for it. I'm not going to lie. I'm here for it. It's like, and why even brag about that to these guys? You want to impress these two? A fucking Jew from Brooklyn that thinks he's fucking Rodney Dangerfield, and a fucking New Orleans cracker who somehow did not end up with the Jew gene, despite every single fiber of his body being completely aligned with that. It's like, what are you talking about, man?
Well, it's a two-parter. Couldn't put it down.
High road you right now?
Please.
I was friends with him.
Oh. Get the fuck out of here. Paul Rubens was
I heard he was the coolest dude.
The coolest.
He really got fucked over, that guy.
He got fucked.
Look, Mark don't believe him.
He talks about it. That's all in there.
He's so...
He got
we
twice.
did Wheel of Fortune together.
Look, right away, dude. Right away, the producer puts into the fucking Google search, Paul Rubens, Joel McHale. Paul Newman, I was calling him. It was Paul Rubens, the guy's name. Look at that. Hey, I'll correct myself. I'm not too afraid to admit when I'm wrong. So look, right away, the producer's like, let me call this guy's bluff real quick. Goes up, cannot find anything but one single picture of the guy from when they did Wheel of Fortune like X amount of years ago. And it's not even a picture. It's just a backstage picture. Jimmy Kimmel probably introduced Joel to him. You know? Nothing really here that says that they're solid friends with each other. So Joel immediately is getting called out by the producer. And the producer's dry snitching. Ooh, the producer's dry snitching. You ever get someone dry snitching you like that? That's like when, like, let's say, I'll give you a good example of dry snitching. Let's say you're trying to steal a cookie from the cookie jar in the kitchen without your mom knowing, right? You're doing a pretty good job of it. You're making hardly any noise. You got the lid off, no noise made. Mom's in the living room. She's not going to be none the wiser. You have the cookie halfway out the jar, right? Now, this is where dry snitching comes in. Your brother walks into the kitchen, right? And instead of saying, hey, Mom, this person's trying to get a cookie out the cookie jar, instead of just saying that and just flat out snitching on you, they go, yo, you about to eat one of them cookies out of the cookie jar? I'm thinking about eating one of them too. So now it lets your mom know that you're having cookies when you're not supposed to. She gets up, you're in trouble. That's dry snitching. You know? That's when you know what you're doing by being obvious about it, and you're like intentionally trying to get someone caught. This is what the producer's doing. The producer's dry snitching Joel like a motherfucker. Soon as Joel said that shit, he goes, I was friends with Pee Wee Herman. This guy fucking like Hacker Man. He's on the computer typing it in to try to get this shit pulled up on the screen to call Joel out. I love it.
Over that.
He got fucked.
He did.
He talks about it. That's all in there.
He's so... we did Wheel of Fortune together.
Whoa.
Oh, there we are. That's...
oh, shit.
That was... that was good.
Back Kimmel.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago.
Wow.
He was so... And fucking funny, man.
So funny, so talented. He's just funny in the face-to-face interview. He's funny and charming and really interesting guy. Takes over the whole thing. It's great.
And remember him in Blow?
Yes.
Derek for real, dude.
The what?
Derek fucking for real.
Oh, look at that. He goes, remember the character he played in Blow? Sam immediately names the character. He goes, Derek fucking for real. And Joel, what? Who's that? Joel has no idea. If you were that good of friends with the guy, Blow was such a big movie, and And Pee Wee Herman ended up getting that role after all this crazy shit happened to him. He hadn't been working for so long. That movie would have been such a big deal to your friend, supposedly, right? You think you would actually know the name of the character that they played in. Paul Newmans, whatever the fuck this Pee Wee Herman guy's name actually is, he probably couldn't shut the fuck up about it, bro. I know I wouldn't be able to. So it's like, right, you're already getting caught right now. Now watch, the producer's going to come in and fucking put a nail in this coffin real quick.
What's his name? Yeah.
And he did that thing, which was like, you could see that, like the stress that, like as more cocaine was coming in, like the stress. And
Blow's
so good.
Blow's kind of underrated.
I love
Yes,
Blow.
I think it gets, because of the ending, because the ending is so real, like, well, he went to jail and never came out.
That's a true story.
It's just like a lot of these high-level cocaine dealers, they just go to jail, their life is ruined, and then people are like, well, the ending is like, it's true.
It's true.
Yeah, you wanted a feel-good drug smuggling movie?
You're like, guys, we did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
No, it's Ray Liotta, great cast too.
Penelope Cruz.
Do you have any fond memories about Paul you'd like to share? Like something you did together?
Paul Rubens?
Paul Rubens? He goes, whoa, wait, what? You asking me a story about him? Oh, now Joel's in his head. Joel's like, fuck, bro. Joel's like, did this asshole, like, Joel's about to look over at Mark and Sam and go like, you let the producers talk here? Are they supposed to be asking me questions like that? He's going to be trying to get the fuck out of this any way he possibly can. How do we end up here? You know? This guy, he's getting asked this question. Now he actually has to, cough up a story here. He has to cough up a story on the fly about how he knew Pee Wee Herman. You can't just say, oh, well, we did Wheel of Fortune together. That was my favorite memory. Because then they're going to know you're full of shit because it's literally the only photo they could find. So what's he going to do?
Cruz.
Do you have any fond memories about Paul you'd like to share? Like something you did together?
Paul Rubens?
What did I say?
Yeah. Paulie?
Paul Rubens, yeah.
Paulie Shore. I have.
You see how he's trying to divert, right? He didn't say Paul. The producer didn't say Paulie. He said Paul. He said, do you have any fond stories of Paul you'd like to share? So now, because he said it kind of fast, he goes, you have any stories of Paul you'd like to share? So now he says it like that, and Joel goes, okay, this is my opportunity. I think he said Paulie, right? He's going to bullshit and go, who? Who? Right? Paulie? I don't know nobody named Paulie. Paulie Shore you talking about? He's trying to, take the attention away from the fact that he's got nothing. He never knew this guy. He's just trying to brag for no reason.
Yeah.
Paulie?
Paul Rubens, yeah.
Paulie Shore. I have fond memories of him.
The Wheeze.
Fond memories. He's whenever we would text and chat, and one time we were going to this party, and he was like, "Can I call you? Can we talk about what we're gonna wear?" I'm like, "Okay." And then I'll be like, "Hon, I'm just gonna talk to Paul Rubens here."
Wow.
Did someone just pee out asparagus?
Someone just pee. What the fuck? Look, so this is classic, right? This is classic. This guy has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. You remember, you seen the 40-year-old virgin? And they're like, what were the tits like? And he's like, you grabbing them, and they're like big bags of sand, and you're squeezing them, and they're all hard, and the guys are like, what are these big bags of sand? He's like, oh, you ain't never felt no tits before. It's like the same thing's happening with Joel right now. Hey, tell me a story about Paul Newman. He goes, it's like we used to text and chat, and then he called me one time, and we were gonna go to a party. Right? And then when he was like, hey, I just want to talk to you. He said he wanted to talk to me on the phone. And then he said, he was like, can we talk about what we're going to wear to the party? That's what he said. He said, can we talk about what we're going to wear to the party, right? And then I just go to my girl. I'm like, honey, I'm just going to talk to Paul Newman on the phone. Did somebody just pee out asparagus? He just changes the whole fuck. Did somebody just pee out asparagus? What are you doing? He changes the whole entire subject, like in a fucking split second, just to try to get everyone off of this, because he knows he's bullshitting.
We were going to this party, and he was like, "Can I call you? Can we talk about what we're gonna wear?" I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, "Hon, I'm just gonna talk to Paul Rubens here.
Wow.
Did someone just pee out asparagus?"
It says I got a whiff myself.
What is that?
They're cooking.
Did
you hear that? Like,
Look, Joel right now. Joel's like, thank God for the asparagus, man. Thank God for the asparagus, man. Because I didn't know how I was going to make it out of that one alive. Let's give it up for Joel. Completely bullshitting about his Pee Wee Herman story. Of course, you know how much we love that, dude. You know how much we are very, very big fans of that. Let's turn on some tunes a little bit, right? Get a little bit of tunage, because we're coming down to the worst part of Lost Aux Media, the end of Lost Aux Media. As always, I'd like to thank you for sticking around for another fun episode. You know, we at 2 hours and 46 minutes this time? It's a little less than 3 hours, but honestly, I think we got to make these shows a little shorter. I got to keep you guys wanting more. You can't just be getting 3 hours out of me every week like that, man. We got to trim these down. Knock the fat a little bit, you know? As always, you can call into the show. That's 316-396-0025. Call in, tell me how much you like it, how much you hate it. If you want any advice, or if you just got some shit to talk, if it's good, we'll play it on the show. Be sure to stay up to date with all things Lost Aux Media at lostaux.media. That's lostaux.media. There you can watch full episodes of the show. You can follow us on all of our social medias. Or if you want to support the show, you can buy merch. Make sure that you stay listening. New episodes every Wednesday. Follow, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. And as always, tell your friends. Until next time, I bid you adieu, and I bid you goodbye.
I got it going on. Bust down, baby, yeah, the money hella long. I be putting in the work, know you see it paying off. See the glow, see the fit, they ain't on what we on. All I do is touch that rim, ayy, and get a cut from the wind, ayy. And we ain't nothing like them, ayy. Yeah, that's really in my DNA. Damn, I'm cold, I'm so clean. Look at me go, yeah, get on my team.